Yeah, and yeah, everyone, this is Thermites, and this is Soul Eater Volume 5. Of course, this visually is not Soul Eater Volume 5, but hold your horses, we're gonna get to it. But first thing, I want to guess who's on the cover. Second thing, but actually, ooh, I get to link these together. So, now who's on the cover for Volume 5? We're running out of people, really. Like, I feel like we gotta balloon up the cast pretty soon to, like, continue to do covers. I mean, this could be a series where we also like repeat people. You know, it's been known to happen, but I'm going to assume until proven otherwise that we don't really repeat anyone. So in that case, like we did all of our main characters. Obviously, here we've got like Krona and Ragnarok and Medusa. We could do the other witches, of course. Yeah, like we could do legitimately. We could do one that is Free and Erica, or Free Erica and Mizune, the mouse girl. Like we could do that because we also have a trio here. But the double villain covers back to back might be a little crazy. Um, we could do the guy from the last thing, the Flying Dutchman and his fucking ship. They're a duo. Like it would be him on a ship, but you know, like the ship's got like especially now that it's tiny, you could draw it on the cover. I could see that if we want to get into his deal, that there are people from across the sea who still wait for the Kishin, still long for the Kishin. You know, like we also had that hook, you know, last chapter with, you know, like the Kishin, you know, closest to you guys. So, possible. On the not villain side, it's basically just Shinigami, Death Scythe, and Sid. Like we can't do a cover with oh no, not Sid. Well we could do Sid, but Sid's dead. Or slash like, you know, he exploded. He's probably fine. He's a zombie. He's coming back. Let's be real. But I meant Shinigami, Death Scythe, and shoot, Stein. Stein is who I'm thinking of. Because yeah, Stein was, you know, like Shinigami's like former user. Like Shinigami is his current user. You could definitely like, you know, pair them up as well as a trio. But yeah, apart from that, we're out of people. So also, I imagine this volume will balloon up the cast a little bit. We'll get some more people. In doing so, we can also say, "Oh, I see." Now, you know, like now we have more people for the covers. I'm a sucker whenever that happens. Like, also, Soul Eater's a series where, apart from Volume 1, where it's inevitable, we haven't yet done a cover where, like, it's someone you don't recognize. Like, you look at the cover, you go, who the hell is that? And then you learn who that is in the volume. And it's the kind of thing where I imagine Okubo probably wouldn't do that, actually. Like, not in a, like, negative way, but just in the sense of, like, you know, the Soul Eater feels like the kind of series where the appeal is, oh, I recognize you, like, on the covers. It would make it very striking, though, if we did, you know, get a cover that was just, who the fuck is this? But okay, let's see who this actually is on the cover. The thing I wanted to mention was also, yeah, just, yeah, the Flying Dutchman and Nidhogg, and like, oh yeah, you know, interesting. Like, you know, they're a new faction, kind of. You know, you know, they are part of whoever wants the Kishin the closest to us to come back. Uh, let's see, boop and boop. Okay, okay, okay. So fair enough. It's true that yeah, it is just Stein and yeah, like Death Scythe. I guess to be fair, it'd be crazy to put Shinigami on the cover right now. Like in Volume 5, like we could do a cover that is just Shinigami without Death Scythe, and that would still be a big hook. Like, oh, this is the cover with Shinigami on it. Like you really don't want to blow your load on that. So fair enough, fair enough. Ah, Stein's chair is so cool. His gag is so fucking weird. Yeah, love these poses. It's really the combination of like they both suck and yet they're so cool. Like Stein, like he's so lame yet he's so fucking cool in the sense of like, you know, nothing about him should be cool and yet he's so fucking cool. Meanwhile, Spirit's the kind of guy where you look at him and you go, damn, he looks really hot and cool, and then you learn about him and you go, oh, you suck. You're such a stinker. You're the worst. But okay, fun cover, fun cover. I mean, I can't even imagine the pose we would do for Shinigami when he eventually gets the cover. Let's see these perfect edition covers. Ooh, okay, okay. So yeah, honestly, Stein looks great like this. Oh, I think the Death Scythe actually looks way better. I mean, to be fair, like, you know, he shouldn't look good, but he does look pretty fucking good here. Like, this is a normal Stein. He doesn't stand out, like, insanely. It's not an illustration where I'd be like, you gotta put that on a shirt that's iconic. This is a pretty good Spirit illustration, actually. He looks very cute. It's a very weird thing to be saying about him, but it's true. I said what I said. Okay. Ooh. Oh, sick, 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 sick. Yeah, we've got Stein, we've got his soul, we've got we've got Death Scythe in his eyes. Ooh, also, yeah, a cover over here. It's gone, right? It's been a minute. Okay, pretty good illustration as well. Like, not a 10 out of 10, but it's cool enough. It's pretty cool. Curious if we'll do another, like, well, how do I put it? It's interesting that, like, Soul and Maka are our main characters. Like, Maka's the main character, but, like, Soul is the title character. And so it's a series where we can sideline them a lot. Like, it is kind of the power of a main character that you can, in fact, make the main character not be around for a while, and people will still be like, yeah, but they're still good. They're still the main character. I still like them. Like, it's something you can't really do with a lot of other characters. You can in a very, like, anticipatory, when they're going to come back, when are they going to come back? But you have to also, like, sell that person like a main character if you really want that to happen. Whether it's, like, a big villain, or whether it's, like, a big mentor character, or just, like, an important lore character. So, yeah, maybe we'll do some more, like, Kid and, Black Star shenanigans. Oh, got the clean version. God, this skateboard legitimately looks so fucking cool. Like, truly, it's tough. Like, yeah, I'm not like a big skater person, which is probably why this is the case. But I feel like fictional skateboards look so much cooler than real skateboards, which is crazy because I know most people making real skateboard like decals and whatnot are thinking of like, what's the coolest possible shit I could possibly make, and then putting it on there. And yet, still somehow something like this can be so fucking cool. Oh my god. Whew. That's a ship-ass image. Holy shit. Oh, someday, Kid's going to be the Shinigami, like, the Shinigami. And when that's the case, I love the idea of Black Star just hanging out with him. It's gonna be a bunch of fucking freeloaders hanging out in Shinigami's, like, base all the time. I guess, to be fair, that's the case right now. What is, like, Death Scythe if not a fucking freeloader hanging out in Shinigami's place? Has he done anything ever? I don't know. Yeah, super fucking cute illustration. Holy shit. Oh, meanwhile, Cat Rebellion. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Time to take over the world. God. I mean, I will always respect the Blair for for being around. She is the ultimate, like, she is the ultimate cat character. She is around. She doesn't do anything of value. She does not contribute to the series in any meaningful way. And I love her. If I had to do a top 10 or top 5 or whatnot, like, for the series, she would be definitely my top 10. Maybe in my top 5. Maybe not. I think definitely top 10, not in top 5, to be fair. But she's so fucking fun. If the series ends and we do the thing that, like, you never really do in manga, but you do in, like, live action stuff sometimes, of like, also here's like the bonus final fights. Like, we've defeated, like, the first Kishin, we've, saved the world, we've, stopped the world from exploding, and then we do the final chapter that is also now we have to fight Blair again. I'd be into it. I'd be really into it. Boop. While our soul lasts till the limits. Ooh, so that's our, like, poem for these two. I can see it. Because, like, how do I put it? Like, necessarily, like, how do I put it? Like, Death Scythe is someone who has become a Death Scythe, He has, like, honed himself to the very limit of what it means to be, to being a weapon. And he is, he was originally paired with someone who can pair with literally anything. Like, he has honed himself to the limit of being a Meister, really. So I do think they might be the ultimate combination. Like, there's even a little bit of stank on the idea of like Shinigami being potentially the ultimate, because it's like, well, yeah, you're not human though. Like, are you a Meister? You're Shinigami. You're fundamentally a different thing. Yeah, you definitely see the appeal of while our soul lasts till the limits. I mean, also, I think would apply to like anyone. To be fair, like like what's going on right now with Maka and Soul as well. There's a layer to that as well. Of like like they've got the secret power inside that's super fucked up. That's going to like be a problem, but could also like make them stronger. I think very naturally, like everyone. I guess everyone fights in a way where it's like while our soul lasts till the limits. I guess it doesn't apply just to one person. Oh, this chain is so good. I'm such a sucker for the like the kid and the Thompson sisters like the poses. It's so goofy. I love it. I appreciate that none of them are symmetrical. Kids gotta be dying. But at the same time, I assume Kid's the one who said, let's do this. Like, if they said it at all, to be fair, they feel like a trio who hit these poses and they don't talk about it. So I assume they probably just did this. Okay, not gonna look at the chapters. Ooh. Of course, thank you once again, by the way. I never say this, but thank you very much to Donuts for compiling the extra art and stuff in these. Yeah, I said basically everything I need to say. It looks good. It looks good. Like the little like wrapped thing that Liz has on her arm. Okay, so she brought the case. Now you'll take one of your snakes out of my body, right? You are so full of snakes. I mean, I guess there's no way to negotiate for a better deal. It's a pretty bad deal, but you are so full of snakes. Okay, open the attaché case. We've got big syringe, big goop, and I assume 2 sharps. It won't be long now. Free, how's your demon eye? Okay, it's worked perfectly. I'll probably even be able to control an independent cube. What the fuck are you talking about? Ah, the spatial magic that Mabasama specialized in. I will need your demon eye tonight. I need you to back up Erica's in my calculation spell. I'm counting on you. The time has arrived. Oh, Death Weapon Meister Academy anniversary celebration. Okay, you gotta attack on the big special day. Because, yeah, independent cube, I imagine... Oh! Like, is this just a crackle of his, like, his magic? Because, like... Oh, okay, yeah, I think so. I thought for a second this was, like, a little, like, arrowhead. Like, maybe it's a tiny little snake, but I don't think so. I think it's just a little crackle. But yeah, so I assume the move is like, make a cube essentially, put all the witches plus himself into the cube, the teleport the cube into the DWMA, or like make a cube there and swap them, or however that works. I assume this is a real like, all right, let's go in, let's get in there. For why? I mean, I imagine it has something to do with the as the Flying Dutchman said, the Kishin that's closest to you. Death Weapon Meister Academy anniversary celebration. Let's go. How many years has it been as well? Like this might be a cool way to get some lore on like what the fuck is up with DWMA? Like why is it? How is it? Oh, hurry up, or it'll start without us. Hell yeah. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Maka's outfit looks cute as fuck. The singular like bracer is fucking crazy. What are you doing? I mean, to be fair, I guess that's the exact aesthetic I have when I wear like a watch and like, nothing on this hand. But still, there's an excuse. With the watch, it's like, well, it's practical. With one of these, like, just put the other one on. You're doing this only to piss off Kid. Oh, she put on heels and everything. Damn. But yeah, she cleaned up really nice. Like, same with Soul, actually. Soul feels like someone who shouldn't clean up very nice, but he does. He genuinely looks really spiffy. It does suit him. He's got a tiny little bit of drool coming out. Hey, Soul, I'm gonna stuff my face tonight. Oh, these are some real sound effects, like stretches. We've got the prim sound effect, we've got the snappy sound effect, and we've got the sloppy sound effect. Thank you, Kubo, I couldn't tell. I mean, it's actually crazy that he managed to get here. Tsubaki, fix him up. Jesus Christ, how did you do this? He buttoned it wrong. He's got the wrong sized blazer. He's like got his. I guess to be fair, he probably intentionally put his belt out because it's got the little black star on it. You gotta do the branding. But I think that also actually really helps, make the two of them feel very separate. Like Soul and Black Star, like how do I put it? They are very different characters, but like visually, especially in black and white, they sometimes can feel a little bit similar. And so I appreciate the snappiness and the sloppiness as like being a very clear indicator of like who's who. Like if we were to like zoom all the way out. And Tsubaki looks great. Yeah, very simple dress. My God, she is like built like beyond a model. She looks like Clamp drew her. My God. Tsubaki, there's God, where the fuck did your bones go? Yeah, nothing of like any special notice here. Got someone here with kind of a bitchy look. I guess there's also like just the tables. The tables are such a clear like, what the fuck is going on here? Oh, actually, are these curtains made out of wax? Because they look really gloopy at the bottom. And that would also fit with like the giant candles here, which also like the outside's lit with giant candles. I don't know if I'd feel okay being in a room lit with giant candles. A lot of candles is one thing. Gigantic candles feels like it's going to be a problem. Like it feels like you're going to use up all the air in here. I guess we've never confirmed they need air, so it might be okay. Oh, meanwhile, oh my God. Liz, what the fuck happened to your hair? Also, what the fuck happened to all three of you? My God, Clamp struck again. Holy shit. Patty, were you this tall? I always think of her as being like shorter than Kid, but to be fair, I think that's because I'm thinking of things like the chain or like, other poses they do where like she is like intentionally making herself look even shorter. Or, she's like putting herself down physically. Kid, why did you want them to wear these outfits? Is this formal wear? He looks upset. I mean, this could be again him mulling over, the Kishin closest to you, but it could also literally just be, why did Liz do this? Why is her hair parted like this? Why didn't you just do it down the middle? I'm sure he's so pissed off over it. Like Patty looks fine. The hair could be better. I imagine he's also probably pissed off about that there as well, but they never look that symmetrical, so it's fine. It's fine. Okay, he just said it out. He said it out loud directly. What a slob. Insane. In any case, I'm glad you all came. Tonight we celebrate the anniversary of the founding of DWMA. My father is about to give his greeting. Is what my father said true? Is something like that really in DWMA? Okay, we got a Kishin. We got a Kishin in DWMA. And yeah, I think pretty logically, it's gotta be imprisoned. I wonder then, actually, did Medusa ever find it? Was part of infiltrating? We know part of it was to, check out Soul's blood and see what was going on with the black blood and all that. But I imagine part of it was also, doing some scouting, trying to figure out, okay, where the fuck is this thing? Because also, to clean up some things, there's no way it's Soul. Because he's not a Kishin, he's on the path. If you're on the path, you're not a Kishin, fundamentally. So it's gotta be, someone who is a Kishin, who became a Kishin. Yo, what's up? How's it going? Hi, thanks for coming. Yeah, he's just like this. He's just like this. They love it. They fucking love it. I guess to be fair, he's just been like this for so long. Of course everyone's like, oh yeah, that's what he's like. We all know this. Oh my God. Ooh, Medusa, you really squeezed yourself into this thing. Listen, I just read Volume 4. Everyone's not this tall normally. There's a lot of tall, lanky people in Soul Eater. They're not quite like this. They're not like candles. Now, the Stein, you could have told her not to come, or you could have, dealt with her before right now. This feels like a real, well, we would look bad if I were to, say without, proper evidence that, you're a witch. So I guess I just have to let you come in here. I guess it might also be a, oh, well, we ran out of leads because the lab exploded. So we just need to see, what's going on now. Because yeah, I assume he's he's still like is very suspicious of her. But I guess there's also yeah, like I don't know. She's too suspicious, right? Like yeah, this is not like he's also already clocked her. Like he knows in his heart that like there's something wrong with her. There's no fucking way in hell that we're going to end this with a heart. Oh, it's fine, don't worry about it. Oh, that's it for my greeting. Okay, he just said, yo, what's up? How's it going? Hi, thanks for coming. Father, you are much too nonchalant. Then I should give my greeting. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to all of you for taking the time out of your busy lives to attend today's anniversary celebration. With your permission, I, Death the Kid, son of Shinigami, would like to say a few words. What the fuck? Oh no. DWMA is able to maintain peace in this world, all because of me, the great me, the one and only one and lonely Black Star. Okay, not one and only, one and lonely. As I was saying, you better get this into your thick skulls. The only one who can call himself great is me because I am great. The worst. Oh my god. Black Star is the ultimate. There's plenty of characters where I freak out, especially in my reactions, and I'm like, oh boy, I can never do that. I feel like all of them are more, I could do what you're doing. When you compare them all to Black Star is the ultimate. I could never do this because there's also a layer of, why the fuck would I ever do this? Why would anyone do this? Oh, he's the one and lonely because of his clan. Oh, I didn't think about that, actually. That's a good pun. That's a really good pun, actually. I'll give him props for it. Whoops. How do I put this? You disgust me! Get his ass, get his ass! Okay, instructions ruined. Whose party does he think this is anyway? It's not yours! It's not yours, Black Star! Objectively! This is an insane line! God, I could never be him! Now, this is a party, and we have a band, so go ahead and dance. Have fun. Do what you want. Okay. So yeah, truly, there's no, like, let's celebrate, the what this means. There's no, like, lore to it. It's just straight up, let's have a fucking party. I want to have a party. We're gonna have a party here. I don't know if he even wanted the party, to be fair. This feels like something Kid would have set up as a, like, we should do a party. Or even, like, in the past, maybe, like, maybe someone else once said, you should really commemorate, like, the founding of DWMA. Got some guys playing. This does seem like actually, a pretty formal vibe. Again, even it really makes the yo, what's up even more insane when it's like, yeah, this is actually a black tie event. Like everyone's dressed up for it, and we're not doing comedic like, oh, they shouldn't be dressed up for it. It's like, no, they should be. This is great. How disgraceful. He's stacking plates. My god. Is he sitting on the ground stacking plates? Yeah, he's sitting on the ground stacking plates. That's insane. Holy shit. Meanwhile, lift your legs to exactly 60 degrees. Get lined up perfectly. See, this feels like Kid. Of course, Kid would want to do a line dance. Actually, oh my god, that's why he wanted to do the chain as well. The chain is kind of symmetrical. Not really, but you would definitely think of it like it. I mean, same with this. This ain't symmetrical no matter how you look at it, but he's trying. He wants it to be symmetrical. He wants it to be precise. Wait, is that Larry and Jack? No. Never mind. Just two people with mohawks. Also, Larry and Jackie do not have mohawks. I was thinking of the skit, not of the actual characters. I just don't like stuff like this. Interesting. Like, considering that Soul is, like, the most dressed up and, like, prim and proper, but also, that might be because he doesn't like it, actually. Like, he does seem to be that kind of guy. Like, Black Star is a full, I don't give a shit about this, so I will show that I don't give a shit about it. Whereas Soul does seem like a genuine, like, rules follower. Like, it's a funny way to think about it like that, because, like, he is still very, like, independent. He's still very his own guy. But he also, like, I actually really do like that as a, like, character beat for him. He's the kind of person who will like completely he will go to the black tie event because he's supposed to. He will like dress properly for it. He will do everything correctly. And even so, like, he doesn't have to like it. Doesn't mean he likes it, but it does mean that, he's still gonna do it properly. Yeah. Oh, aren't you gonna eat anything? It's a pain lining up to go get food. I can't relax when I eat standing up. Ah, these two. Hmm. Oh, give me your plates. But okay. Maka's actually gonna take her advice. Hey, Soul, is there something worrying you? Oh, and she put it right in the middle. Oh, but I love this. I love this. God, Medusa's such a fucking snake in the grass. Like, giving Maka this thought, putting it in her head, like, oh yeah, Soul really wanted to talk about this thing. He insisted on talking to me about it. It's gonna really fuck her up now. It's gonna really fuck her up. Because also they're already in a bad place right now. Like, the whole like fight in London as well, really exemplified, like they're not doing great. Yeah. If I keep asking him, I'll probably just annoy him. But and yeah, of course. Hey, am I really that unreliable as your partner? And of course, that's something Soul can jump on. Like, he's trying to diffuse the mood a little bit. He does also agree with it. He's thinking that Maka's trying to be self-deprecating when truly, like, I think that's also it. Like, she's being self-deprecating in a way where she's hoping he says, "No, you're not unreliable." And then she gets the answer he actually thinks, like, in a fun way. And then she freaks the fuck out over it. Oh, okay. Want to dance? Wait, he's good at dancing? Oh, this adds so much to the question of like, what the fuck was Soul doing before the series? Like, it feels actually like he might be from like a royal family or something, or not royal, but like an upper class family. Like, the classic person born into wealth who then like doesn't like it. But like also someone who knows how to do things properly, someone who like has a hunger that needs to be filled, but not a hunger that can be filled with capitalism. I mean, fair. Dancing might help us match our soul wavelengths. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Not Panty Man. Shouldn't you be dancing with Shinigami? I assume Shinigami went back to his room, actually. Shinigami does seem like the kind of guy who, like, you could, like, I mean, literally, you can go into his room whenever you want. He will never be upset about it. You can interrupt him whenever you want. He'll never be upset about it. He's totally chill with it, but also, he's not going to sit at the party. He is going to go to his room. He's going to go to his throne and just sit there. He's going to sit there and do nothing. And then at some point, someone's going to be like, oh, we should go talk to Shinigami. I bet he wants to talk. Good idea. It's important for a father and daughter to have physical contact. Oh no. Oh no. Soul, don't wingman him. Don't wingman him. Again, thinking of this from Maka's perspective of like, my dad gave me sexy panties in the Kama Sutra and now he's gonna go dance with me. I mean, honestly, she's not gonna read into it too much. She's just gonna think he's a gross, weird old pervert, which he is. So I think it'll work out. Soul, make sure nobody takes my food. Maka doesn't like raw fish. So then why'd she get salmon? Strange girl. Oh, sick. Okay. The bond isn't too broken. They still understand each other to this extent. It's like, she understood, like, like that Soul would pick up the hint. He wouldn't just stand there with the food. Soul understands, like, this is why she would do this with the hint of, you don't even like this. I do think if she got food that she actually genuinely liked, he probably would be like, well, she probably didn't mean for you to eat it. Which again, I appreciate it. Like, that's also what makes the whole Medusa situation feel so bad. Like, Maka thinks she's picking up on something that, that Soul is like dropping a little hint about. But he's not, and that creates this feeling of like, well, I don't get it. I thought I was doing what you wanted, and why am I getting a negative response because of it? But okay. Stupid Maka. I don't need you looking after me. But thank you. Thank you for the food. God, so cute. Hell fucking yeah. These two might be okay after all. Ooh, meanwhile, Erica and I assume free? Medusa, we've entered Death City. What should we do? Oh, these bubbles. Oh, these bubbles look so fucking cool. Holy shit. Go to the spot I told you and wait there with free fire signal. Okay, Oh, I assume she's probably like having her snakes talk to the snakes inside of Erica. So again, like she doesn't have to like drop her protection. God, her powers are so busted. I love them. Were you able to get them to join you? I sure was. Pretty soon, Krona, or is Ragnarok, is going to be leading them here. It's hard to tell sometimes. I mean, it's not hard to tell. It's Ragnarok. Krona doesn't want to do it. Or like Krona doesn't want to do anything, and then Ragnarok has to make Krona do it. I see. Good work. Okay. Hello, Medusa Sensei. Enjoying yourself? All right, time to spook her. The whole class. Stein. Smirk, smirk. Cheers, cheers, jeers. Stein, did you build the alarm for DWMA? Are you the reason why it goes ding dong death dong? Wait, it's not ding dong death dong. Ooh, I'm drunk. I drank too much champagne. Okay, take her on the dance floor. Let's fucking go. We're all dressed up, so we might as well dance. Come on, let's do it. It'll get her occupied. She won't, like, if she needs to, like, talk to the witches, it's gonna make her seem really weird. I guess if they can do what they're doing for long enough without any instructions, she could just play it off as like, oh, I need to use the restroom. Oh, Malaka's hating it. Malaka's fucking hating it. Do you remember Maka? At your kindergarten graduation ceremony, you stood on my feet and we danced together. After that, I danced with your mom. It was so much fun. God, really having to stretch back to be like, remember a good memory between the two of us? What are you talking about? It wasn't my mom you danced with that night. It was Sarah-chan's mom. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Oof. I mean, up until like recently, I have thought that he does love Maka's like Maka's mom, but it is just a situation of he's a piece of shit. But I don't know if he forgot that. I don't know, but I mean, to be fair, memory can get pretty rough. Like, listen, I'm not gonna throw stones in this kind of situation, but I feel like I would remember the person I danced with in this kind of situation. My God. Dang, I was careless. Is that what happened? I should have known you'd remember. Maka, you have a good memory. Well, anyway, right now I'm dancing with you again. It'll be a good memory. From now on, I'm going to be a good dad to you. Oh no. Again, she's thinking about the panties. What am I doing? I can't let Erica and the others see me like this. The psychological damage. Medusa Sensei. Okay, I see. Sid Sensei hasn't come back. Do you know anything about that? What? Is he okay? I don't know anything about it. Is that so? He went to a certain lab in Livia. Whose lab was it again? Oh, yes. It was yours. Okay, he's coming right out with it. This, I get why he's doing this. It's his ego. This could have probably worked out a lot better if he just made her dance with him. She might have killed herself if that were the case. But right now, she has an excuse to switch into villain mode, which is going to help her save her sanity. Okay, she's playing coy for a bit. What would a witch such as yourself risk coming into DWMA for? Well, I think I can come up with a few ideas about what a woman like you might be thinking. It looks like you're quite drunk. Why don't I bring you some water? I'm not drunk. Haven't been since the beginning. God, he's so cool. He's so fucking cool. In any case, I believe you have an interest in Kishin. I can't seriously believe you came here just to observe meisters and weapons. You know, don't you? Witch Medusa. A Kishin where it rests beneath DWMA. God. Okay. Damn kid. If Shinigami wasn't here, I'd kill you right now. He's here? He stuck around? My god, I really thought he went to his room. I'll take you apart. You don't have to hold back. Why don't you go ahead and take down your protection? God, the snake is not, it's not out of the bag, but you can tell it's a snake. No one's thinking there's a cat in this bag right now. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, these silhouettes look so fucking cool. Like, yeah, like hers being the like the jack-o'-lantern like big sneer that she gets all the time, and then Stein's being way more just like, creepy because it's simple. Creepy because it's like, a child drawing of a happy face. You're right. My goal is to resurrect the first Kishin. Okay. So that's what the black blood is for. But why? The power of the Kishin goes beyond human understanding. It is evolution itself. Shinigami and you at DWMA have watched over and protected the world by acting as a deterrent to that power. That's actually really interesting. Because I could see that, like, it sounds very, like, social Darwinist. Like, like, naturally, like, only eating evil souls is fundamentally strange. Like, if everyone was allowed to do anything they wanted, inevitably, someone would realize, oh, you eat good souls and you become really strong. Thus, we would end with a situation where, like, tons of people are becoming Kishin in order to try and become, like, the strongest. DWMA's intent can be summed up in one expression: maintain the status quo. But time moves forward. Isn't it logical that we grow and advance along with it? It's only natural. Dr. Stein, do you really want a monotonous world where nothing ever changes? You're a scientist like me. You understand, don't you? God, she's going for the hard Uno reverse. The hard, hey, what if I recruit you? You're crazy. You're evil. I mean, it's a bold fucking move. I mean, the fact that he's not trying to kill her right now, I think also is a bit of a green flag to her. Like, I think she's looking at it and thinking, yes, this is really dangerous, but also, like, there's a chance you'll switch, and part of the reason why there's a chance is that you're entertaining all this, like, everything I'm saying right now. If you're not stabbing me right here, right now, then clearly, like, there's something else going on, right? Surely. How about it? Will you come with me? Oh! And going in for a kiss, but also leaking out a little snake. God, the little crackle. Oh, so cool, so cool. Stein. Okay, holy fuck, Sid. Hurry, everyone, get out of here right now. He may have even gone for the kiss. Truly, I mean, I do think he has a thing for her. I don't think he would be on her side truly, but I mean, number one, I think he would also be very curious to see what happens next. He's not an ethical scientist. And there's the added layer to it of, like, oh, God. I mean, she is very hot. Oh, my God. Ah. Okay. But it did get stopped. Now, Sid, did you, like, look at anything? Like, how do you know? How do you know that something's going to go on here? Are you okay? Yeah, I burrowed into the ground right before the explosion. Like, what? You can do that? Like a mole? But that's not important. You have to get away from here now. There's a trap. They've been waiting for this. When Shinigami-sama and the DWMA students would all be together. Okay. Where's Medusa? All right. She's fucking gunning it. Holy shit. Oh, free. Set up the barrier. Lock them all in. Okay. So that's the cube. Like, yeah, I guess that is, like, how do I put it? Like, cube that teleports you in is a simple idea, but then you have to deal with everyone there. Put everyone in a cube, you don't have to deal with them. You can walk right in, it's fine. Oh, okay. So protect off. Wolves. Nothing can interfere with this magic box. When someone goes in, they can never come out. They can never come out is fucking crazy, actually. Holy shit. Erica, time to set where the box will materialize. So, okay, so that's the calculation spell they're talking about. So it is, yeah, like, having to figure out where it goes, and then, like, like, letting free just manifest it. Oh, God, like, caution tape, but it's all calculations. That's so cool. Holy shit, I've only seen, like, 1 or 2 series ever do this. Like, it looks so fucking sick. I'll never say no to a blackboard, but, like, that looks so fucking cool. It started. I guess you're up to doing soul resonance, right? Oh, you have a fucking weapon? Okay. I mean, I knew you had a literal weapon, not like, a weapon. You know who I mean. I have to get you guys out of here at least. Oh, make a big hole, kick them out? Materialization area confirmed. Spatial magic. Independent cube. Ah! Okay, holy shit. Oh, like static over them. All right, get locked in another dimension. Oh, so cool. So simple as well. Like, it really fits the aesthetic of the series. It's just, what if we take this area of the tower where everyone's in it, make a big cube? Done. Holy shit. Holy shit. Materializing the key. Please let me make it. Oh, is it as simple as, like, you take the key out? Hmm. Ah, here we go. Forced burial. Okay, what the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, he's gonna put them in coffins and shoot them out before it, like, fully materializes? Or, like, before, like, the key fully turns? And lock. Oh, that's so sick. Okay, so yeah, it's not even... Yeah, it's forced burial. Like, it's not like, they're in the coffins and the coffins move. It is just, like, the coffins are, underneath big hole. Like, they're both the coffin and, like, the hole the coffin's supposed to go into. Sick, sick, sick. Holy shit. And that's also why, like, it's just our main characters. Because, they just happen to be in the area right there, right then. Oh, that's so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool. All right. Okay, 1 hour. Understood. Before Shinigami comes out. But okay. So yeah, it's also not a, like, forever. Like, also, because Shinigami's in there, I imagine. It might be a literal, this is forever, if you're not insanely powerful. Oh, big pig, yeah! Let's fucking go. I brought them. The Mizune family. There's more of you? I got them joined by lying and telling them the older Mizune was killed by DWMA. But it hurts I had to do that. I'm sorry, Mizune. It's worse. It's worse. She's a foot fetishist now. Oh, that's so sick! Slicing up DWMA with the beam whiskers. Oh, it's like having lightsabers that are just, like, a part of, like, not even a part of your face, but they're, like, emitting from your face. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. They also kind of look like X-Wings like this. Oh, that's so sick. That's it, Mizune. Keep it up. I'll leave the rest up to you. Destroy Death City. Why? Why the city? Okay, we're heading underground to resurrect the Kishin. What the fuck are we gonna use this goop for? I mean, it might just be goop that makes you mad, or goop that, like, it could just literally be the Kishin needs more, like, like, blood plasma, or the Kishin needs more water. It could just be literally, this is just water, we're gonna inject it right into him. Could be anything. I'm guessing it's, like, juice that makes you stronger, juice that, like, activates your Kishinness, so even if you've, like, been super, like, weak for 1,000 years, you can still, like, like, gain the power to bust yourself out. Oh, that's actually really cool. All the Meisters landed on their feet and the weapons didn't. That's actually such a cool, like, visual thing here. Because also, like, yeah, Tsubaki landed, like, not on her feet, but, like, crouched. Like, she's, like, halfway there, kind of, which fits, like, her personality, but also, yeah, like, oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool. Yeah, like, Stein right on his feet, Kid also right on his feet. Makes total sense. They're both super fucking strong. Yeah, you've got, like, Black Star, lands, but, like, does it looking cool. I assume he probably could have done it like this if he wanted to, but he likes it like this. Maka, I don't think intended to, like, be in this pose. I think she literally, like, like, it hurt her actual knees. And then the weapons, like, again, very striking that, yeah, like, Tsubaki kind of, like, tried to do the same sort of poses, like, as, Black Star, but, she couldn't actually hit it. The sisters 100% crumpled, and then, like, I think Soul, like, truly just decided, there's no way I'm gonna land properly. Like, I can't land on my feet, so I'm just gonna land sitting down. I sense Soul responses of 1, 2, 8 witches, and a Kishin! Jesus Christ! Huh, I actually do wonder how Kid learned what a Kishin feels like. I mean, maybe it's just been, like, like, maybe there are, like, other Kishin, like, popping up in the outskirts, and at some points, like, you have to go fight one of those. Yeah. I imagine, like, people like, Tsubaki's brother. But even then, you're on the road to becoming a Kishin. It's not being a Kishin. I assume that would feel different. But maybe it's like the same feeling, but like, just much worse or much deeper or something. Oh, what's happening to Death City? This is an emergency situation. Everyone, please calm down and listen to me. Underneath DWMA lies the first Kishin, the beginning of madness. Oh, so sick, so sick, so sick. And right now, the witch Medusa, who snuck into DWMA's nurse, is trying to resurrect the Kishin. We absolutely must stop her. So yeah, directly letting it all out, not lying to them, just saying it straight up. The time to keep this under pat is gone. And yeah, you know what? Really good reactions. That like Maka is the one going, Medusa Sensei is a witch. That's not Soul's thing. Showing clearly, like, yeah, Soul's not like, like, of course he probably finds her hot, but like, it's not like he has a better connection to her than to Maka. Whereas Maka is thinking like, oh, I'm thinking already of Medusa, and now we learn this. Like, what the fuck? What's going on here? Oh, Father can never leave this place because he has to maintain the seal on that Kishin. That's so cool. But okay, so that's why he's always here. Not necessarily always on his chair, but at the very least, always in the castle. Gotta have that big old fucking soul sitting on it. In any case, we cannot waste Sidkun's quick thinking. I will take you to the entrance of a passage that leads underground. Please, come with me, everyone. God, I mean, having Stein here is also so fucking cool. That is the ultimate, like, switching it from, okay, so, like, there's no way this team's gonna, like, win. Like, this team's gonna definitely lose. To, like, maybe this team can win, actually. Jesus fucking Christ, who the fuck are you? Oh, get to see some of the other kids as well. Like, we saw them a little bit while they were dancing, but I didn't really, like, zoom in and focus on them, because, like, it seemed really, really blurry. And also, I wasn't sure, like, are these, like, kids? Like, this guy for sure is. The others, who can say? Got, like, some sort of, like, chef hat dude over here. We've got, I assume, this guy's partner. Well, this is a bummer. It really got us good. Shinigami-sama, stop! Shinigami, please escape, even if it's without us. Yeah, can you just mirror yourself away? Unfortunately, that's impossible. This space has been cut off from any worlds. But such a high-level spell can only last an hour. Okay, so he knows as well. Like, it's not even like, oh, well, I'm so strong that it can't last an hour. Or, like, there are other reasons why. Like, like, Free can only do it for an hour. It's literally, no matter who's casting the spell, it can only last an hour. Damn. Damn it. Being in Death City made us too used to peace. Now. What's wrong with being used to peace? Let's get even more used to it. That itself will make the world more peaceful, right? We cannot destroy this peace we have. God, he's so cool. He's so cool. I love it. I love it. Like, as the witches are aiming for the social Darwinist, like, let's go deeper into the madness. Let's, go deeper into, like, everyone should be Kishin. This is the way evolution should be. I get why, the Shinigami is the opposite. Why he is the one who is opposing the natural order. Why he is, like, creating his own order of, maybe you don't have to, like, kill each other until you die. Maybe you can just be peaceful and it's okay, actually. And it's not a hard, like, it's not dumb. It's not a hard, and we'll do this with no idea of how to do it. Like, he has a force of people who are, like, killing people across the world to ensure this peace. He understands you gotta fight for it. But at the same time, just because you have to fight for it doesn't mean you can't enjoy the thing you're fighting for. Like, it does legitimately make me happy to think that, yeah, like, the Meisters and the weapons can live in Death City. They're not always going out on missions. The world doesn't lay directly on their shoulders. Like, it does, but also they can have time off. They can do their own shits. It's actually pretty rare for, like, a battle shonen like this. Okay. Point of no return. Stein just saying directly, are you prepared to battle fear? Will you come with me or not? Your souls will decide the answers. Like, yeah, it's a direct, if you, even though we could use everyone, at the same time, you're a liability if you come and you don't want to do it. So decide right now. Oh, God, Soul, you look so fucking cool. This might be the coolest Soul has looked since chapter 1. And don't get me wrong, Soul looks cool a lot of the time. It's just, my God, this is a insane look. God, his eye looks so good. The drool looks so good. He looks so fucking sharp. Oh, I see they're also, yeah, they've all gotten out of their formal wear as well. Holy shit, holy fucking shit. Okay, got his headband on. With the shape of his headband and the big, like, thing here, I wonder if at some point he'll get the demon eye. He could always do the, like, Kakashi thing of, like, putting the headband over it so it's not always active and then pulling it up. I can see it. Okay, Black Star's ready to go. Got a little crackle from his spirit wavelength. Tsubaki ready to fucking go. Tsubaki, does your dress always ride up this much? My god. Do a little tug down. This is a lot. God, kid looks so fucking hot here. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Like, his shirt is loose in a way that looks really good. Like, the fold just emphasizes how flat his tummy is. But also, yeah, like, we usually don't get to see, like, his hair parted quite like that. Like, seeing the eye, like, poking out on this side instead. The slight little gradation as well of, like, like, you can see this is, like, a chunk of hair, and it's quite a little bit offset from this chunk of hair. His eyes are so fucking sharp as well. He looks so legit. I never noticed that like his suspenders are also like in the shape of, this skull. Again, what the fuck is going on with this skull? Shinigami, why are you like this? Oh, right, it's the three souls combined. That doesn't answer the question, though, right? I said at the very start of the series, I'm like, that's probably what this means. That doesn't answer anything, though. What the fuck? Why is that his symbol? Oh my god. Oh my god. Patty and Liz look so fucking cool here. Holy shit. God damn. Whew, everyone here is aura farming like insane. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let them farm. These might be some of the best illustrations we've ever gotten of all of them. Yeah, Maka as well. Looking great. This one I wouldn't say is like a 10 out of 10. Like, this one's a 10 out of 10. This one's a 10 out of 10. Soul is a 10 out of 10. But these ones are like, 9 out of 10 maybe. Like, not that low. Don't get me wrong. But, like, I can't get over Soul, Kid, and Patty and Liz. Holy moly. And this whole spread looks banging. It looks so fucking good. Holy shit. We're going with you. Yep, we're all coming. Hell yeah. Holy shit. Great chapter. Yeah, I'm going to be recording these more as chapters, so yeah. Could do a little recap here. I mean, I did the reaction. I feel like everything I've said is already there. I don't even really do recaps at the end of the volumes anyways, so we'll leave it there. See you in a bit. Chapter 16, A Fight to the Death at the Anniversary Celebration, Part 1. Pretty straightforward chapter title. Makes a lot of sense, given what we're doing. It's a multi-part arc. It's a fight to the death at the Anniversary Celebration. Well, I guess the one sticking point is this going to be a fight to the death at the Anniversary Celebration? Like, actually, like, let's think about that. Every single, like, how do I put it? Everyone in the independent cube, they're safe. Presumably. The fight is with our main characters who, like, got out of the cube. Or slash, like, were sent out of the cube before the cube was, like, fully created. Of them, all of them are main characters. Like, the one person who could potentially be expendable is Dr. Stein, which I could see. Like, he is the greatest Meister we have, which I think does create its own, like, problem here of, well, if he's so fucking strong, why are the kids fighting? Or, like, we know why, but over the course of the series, I do think having, like, someone who is there from the start, who is, like, the mentor character, who is also insanely powerful, it's something you have to write your series around to some extent. It's the, like, My Hero had to do it, Naruto had to do it. Plenty of other series like this have a layer of, like, like, if the mentor character is going to be around and they're going to be, like, a core interesting part of the series, what do you do with them? And sometimes the answer is, you have to kill them. You have to kill him or exile him or put him in a cube or something. In this case, like, Stein could die here. Like, he is very much like Medusa's opposite number. I don't think he will, because he's super cool in sicko mode, and I think that Okubo would really want to keep him around. But, like, I could see it being, like, on the reverse side, a really big win for the villain faction. Of, Stein was, like, the guy who is, like, super strong here. He is the partner of Death Scythe, like, the former partner, apart from Shinigami. Like, he is, like, a big asset. Not to mention, like, he was the one who was, like, leading the investigation into Medusa. Like, should they want to, like, investigate if Stein, like, how do I put it? If they want to infiltrate DWMA again, if they want to attack or whatnot, getting rid of Stein would be a gigantic, gigantic, gigantic bonus. And, the flip side would then be, like, for all the students, it'd be like, well, he was a creepy weirdo, but also he was, like, a really, really, really powerful person. If he couldn't win against a witch, like, how the hell can we do that? And simultaneously, without him around, like, our feeling of safety is no longer guaranteed. Like, there's an inherent feeling of safety with being, like, in the same city as Shinigami, but this instance also going to prove that that's not a, like, absolute. So I could see him dying. And then on the villain side, like, let's see. Medusa and Krona, no way in hell. There's no way they're dying here, either one. Same with Ragnarok, obviously. We've got the other witches like Erika and Mizune. Those two could fucking die for sure. I have no idea how long they'll stick around. With Mizune, it is of course the the Mizune faction. But if it's just the Mizune faction that dies, it would be crazy to be like, that's the fight to the death at the anniversary celebration. Apart from that, there's Free. Free could die. I could actually see that as well. Like, something I've always been very into is what is known as the Xanatos Gambit from Gargoyles, famous Disney series, in which essentially the idea is, writing a villain who's constantly, like, creating scenarios in which they always win. Like, no matter what, there's, like, the big win that the heroes manage to stop. But even when they stop it, it's still like, well, did we really stop him? It turns out this also, like, fed into his plan. This was really good all along. I do think, using Free in this situation, like, first of all, like, trapping Shinigami, very big, very strong use of his abilities, like, being able to bait out more of, like, Maka and Soul's, like, disagreements, and, like, just being a really big punching bag for everyone to fight, extremely, extremely good for Medusa's, like, end goal. Also, at the same time, he's got Mabasama's demon eye, and he's immortal. Like, if they find some way to kill him, the fact that he's immortal seems like a real, you probably can't kill him. Maybe the Kishin could? I imagine that might be the move. I could see it being okay, we've got a big bad who is such a big bad that he ate an immortal guy. But also, that would then potentially leave Mabasama's eye out, which could then lead to Medusa either implanting it in herself, or implanting it in Krona or Ragnarok, or even just, like, keeping it in a jar and then, letting that be a thing over the rest of the series of, like, when am I going to put this in someone? Who am I going to put it in? So we do have some people who I think could pretty realistically die. Also, the color page, great. Always love to see some fucking Blair. Looking cute as hell. Love the swirlies. Maka looking good as always. Pretty simple. Pretty straightforward, but just very aesthetically pleasing. Ooh. Yeah, I assume this is like the version in the Soul Art Compendiums, which I honestly don't like it as much as this one. I think the hard black lines are like just a Soul Eater thing in general. Like, it's something I associate with the series a lot. It looks really good. It's not that you can't do a, like, unlined or, like, color-lined version. But yeah, like, comparing them side by side, they just don't quite hit as much. Part of it might be that Maka's, like, skirt is also, like, it's a plaid, but, like, it's a much, like, softer plaid in this coloring as opposed to this, where, like, the blacks are very, very, very hard. Meanwhile, in the cube... I really have to go to the bathroom. I'm about to pee myself. Go pee in the corner. It's funny seeing, like, there are little clusters of people, but then you've got, like, just individuals kind of just, like, standing around. And then Shinigami all the way over here with, I don't know who that is. Ah, Sid. Of course. God, this face being just like a big white cube is so fucking funny. I love it. Would have gotten you out of here if I could have, but you're out of range, being hurt like I am. No, I'm sorry, that was just an excuse. Please forget I said that. No, you did well. You did the best you could in that situation. God, Shinigami is so cool. He's such a good boss. I'm sure he's got some secret hidden darkness. Everyone like this does, but like it is so striking that like he is unambiguously like, you know, like the most powerful guy, the guy who's like, you know, literally Shinigami, like, you know, the god of death in this world that is so insanely death themed. He's so fucking important, and yet like, you know, he's so chill. That might be his downside, to be fair, of like he might be a little too chill, but at the same time, like, you know, I've seen enough like bosses in this kind of situation who are not chill at all, and it's a big problem, that I'll accept a guy whose whole thing is just, I like being chill. I like being chill. I like the people feel safe in my city. I like training people who make me weapons. I don't use my weapons, but I do have a lot of them, I guess. I mean, we've seen one, to be fair. But theoretically, more than one has to exist, right? Surely. Being too stoic isn't good for your health. I've already died once. That's all the more reason you should listen to me. Putting that aside, so Medusa Sensei was a witch, huh? Oh? Shinigami-sama, isn't there any technique that can be used against Soul Protect? That's a fair point. Yeah, like, we had nothing that could stop this infiltration. Yeah, can they not just keep on doing this? The fighting between us and the witches have been going on for hundreds of years. Each time the witches have come up with a new spell, the Meisters and weapons have found a technique to defeat it. In order to track down witches, Meisters developed the ability to perceive souls. I see, okay. That's actually cool as hell. So yeah, so like we're pretty early in terms of like, how do I put it? Not in terms of like the overall thing. Like, you know, the witches have done other things over the course of like hundreds of years, but this is the the most recent like generation of developments. The next technique, huh? The only possibility at all would be turning into a Kishin. Really? Huh. How? Is it just that, like, Soul Protect, like, you know, like, Kishin can find souls no matter what? Or, I guess there's no point in hiding it anymore. Just shoving something into a box and covering it up doesn't make the problem go away. Sometimes you have to open the lid and show the children what's inside. Okay, right here, right now? Are you gonna... I mean, everyone is here, to be fair. This would be the time to be like, well, we're in a box for a while. Hey, kids, time for a new lesson. Let me teach you about the Kishin that's closest to us. Okay, attention, attention. Everyone listen up. Big clappers. I don't think we knew you could do that. Oh, we're seeing a few more, like, clear designs. Like this guy, of course, Kilik. You know, straightforward, very like, like a guy on the streets sort of vibe. Reminds me a lot of like Soul, actually. But then these creatures. We've got Bart Simpson. We've got a girl who I imagine is like very preppy. I guess to be fair, everyone's like, informal dress, but like, even her hairstyle feels like more like French, Paris, European. But yeah, a little scruffier. Real, like, main character sort of look. Super swept to the side. What's going on here? What the fuck is happening here? What the hell is happening at your head? God damn, that's a lanky guy. That's a lanky creature. Ooh, similarly very Parisian looking. Then big ol' hat. Imagine sort of like a southern sort of vibe. Ooh, someone with dreads over here. Or just like very like curly hair. God, all the real background people also look so weird. I love it. Okay, everyone listen up. There's a Kishin under DWMA. Okay, context? Yeah, that was way too short. Goodness, you think so? It's times like this that having Stein here would be useful. Let's see, where should I begin? It was before DWMA was founded. There was a man by the name of Asura. Ooh, okay. So yeah, like a war god. Asura wrapped his face in a long scarf and wore 5 or 6 shirts. He never trusted or opened his heart to anyone. He was a very suspicious man. Oh, the eyes, like, on the scarf. Sick. God, the shirts is also such an interesting idea. Like, like showing off your like, your self-protection, your like closed offness through like layering and layering and layering and layering. Like layering and also just like cloth. Oh, and the eyes, like, the eyes on the scarf are also like, on his like gloves, I imagine. Or are those hands? Like, are those actually his hands? Are those gloves? Are those like tattoos of eyeballs on his bare hands? Wait, what? Hold on. Shinigami, what the fuck? You used to look like this? Your skull looked like a skull? What the fuck happened? Ooh, but okay. Yeah, we've got, like, I imagine, like, whether they're weapons or meisters, couldn't quite say, but, like, someone, like, like, very African-inspired, someone very, I don't know, very, like, Buddhist, sort of, maybe? Kind of like, the hair, I imagine, feels a little like a melting candle, almost. Like, also a bit like a, like French wig, maybe? But, like, what's going on with the scalp as well is, like, interesting. Or is that a scalp, or is that, like, hair and then this is something else? What the fuck? And then, who are you and what is happening here with your, like, pet monkey? By the time we got there, Asura had killed off all of them by himself. Asura was by far the strongest in the 8 Shinigami legions. Oh, sick. Holy shit. So cool. Oh, such a flowy outfit. So, like, I love the way that Asura's, like, form is, like, crazy looking silhouettes. God damn. But he was a big scaredy cat, always afraid of something. Oh my god. Oh, the strands of hair, like the locks of hair, are also supposed to be eyes, right? Like, you can kind of, like this one's hard to see, but like this one I think is actually very like straightforward in terms of like, like most of the strand is like, black, then you've got the white inside, and you've got the little dot that's supposed to be like the eyeball, or like the pupil. Oh, so eye focused. He had an obsession with power, which reached the point where he broke the rules and began taking souls that were not on the lists. That was the beginning of madness, the birth of the Kishin. Oh my god, like tearing off more and more of the scarf. How much scarf are you? Holy shit. Okay, he might be like all scarf. Holy shit. Ooh. So, okay, so there is a end to the scarf, but it's like, it's this much. Which, to be fair, that might also be like, like, again, like the stuff messing with the scarf or whatnot. But I think that might just be the sheer amount of scarf. Like the idea he's kept himself so completely suppressed, like so suppressed and also so like hidden. That's such a cool way of putting it as well. That, like, he's so strong, but so scared at the same time. It's not, like, a lot of things push the idea of, the more your fear is, the more you fight through it, the more brave you are. Like, being brave, having, like, courage is, like, standing true in the face of fear. But, like, what if you don't stand true in the face of fear? Like, you can still fight people while still being a big old scaredy cat, while still, like, losing your mind over it. It just, I really like that. Because also, it is a clear, like, he's pushed himself to the very, like, edge of power by, being so scared, by wanting to be able to beat whatever he can fight. And yet, it's still never enough. Because no matter how, like, how strong you are, there's always the fear of there's going to be a stronger guy, there's going to be a stronger witch, there's going to be a stronger, like, problem in the world. Like, no matter what, you can never actually be the strongest. If you become stronger than you were yesterday, that confirms to you, well, fuck, it's not stable. If there was an actual upper limit, it's like, okay, you literally can never get stronger than this. No one gets stronger than this. Even then, it would be like, well, okay, you're telling me someone can be equal to me then? That's terrifying. And the moment you get stronger, then you're like, okay, so you can still grow, which means someone could grow past me and then kill me. I mean, it doesn't even need to be a power thing, to be fair. When you're this strong, it doesn't stop you from falling over and, like, bonking your head on the stairs and dying. Oh, Oh, I wonder if that's what the eyes are for. Like, he's always looking out for, like, like the things he is terrified of. Like, God, this shot right here, so good as well. Like having, like holding his hands to his face, terrified, like, still freaking out, and yet he still has eyes facing outwards. Ooh, God. Whew. Oh. Ooh, sneer. But Asura was a Meister, right? How to eat the souls of good people? That's a fair point. Yeah, like, it seems like, being a weapon is how you become a Kishin. He was even scared of his own partner weapon, so he ate it. The whole weapon. God damn. Whew. Big slurp. I mean, I imagine that's also probably what then, like, how do I put it? What inspired the whole situation with Krona and Ragnarok then? Like, instead of you have to eat your partner weapon, we don't know what the fuck Ragnarok is, to be fair. Like, were you just a guy? Are you a liquefied guy? Were you made like this? What the fuck is happening here? Like, are you the black blood given consciousness, or are you a guy who was, like, ground into being black blood? Like, what the fuck is happening? But I can see that, like, like, eating your partner weapon is, like, the improv version of having a partner weapon that is also all of your blood inside every, like, bit of your body that can house blood. God. Also, I see, of course, he's using a Vajra. Classic weapon of the many guys, to be fair, many guys. But Asura's are, of course. That makes sense. Like, yeah, he doesn't actually look very, like, Asura-like to me in terms of, like, the like, general state. But then again, that's kind of the vibe of the series, Jack the Ripper doesn't look like a fucking Jack the Ripper to me. It's possible to do something like that? Looking back on it now, he probably wasn't human from the very beginning. There's something buried deep in his heart. Something like fear. Interesting way of putting it. Because, like, I would say fear is a very human emotion. Like, ideally, like, when you talk about humanity, the ideal, we shouldn't be ruled by fear. But I would also say it's, like, very inhuman to not have fear. It's something I think a lot of fiction deals with, the idea of, like, well, if you eliminate the feeling of fear from your entire body, it also, like, takes away something from you. It takes away something you can use to empathize. It takes away something you can use to, it's like understand the world and react appropriately. Yeah. But of course, too much fear, also bad. Too much fear also destroys empathy, genuinely. Yeah. Oh, he's got these, like, are those rings, or like, are his fingers, like, just stitched like that, or are those, like, tattoos? I mean, given the eye things, which I think are definitely tattoos, I imagine he maybe, like, also tattooed these rings on like the middle fingers as well. Interesting. But yeah, that does raise its own question as well of, like, he ate his partner weapon. So, like, does his partner weapon exist? Is this a situation like Ragnarok where, like, like this guy could come back out? Or is it a pure, like, like Asura is now both a weapon and a Meister at the same time? Like, the weapon was digested, and what makes a weapon is now a part of his body. Like, is this, like, is this Vajra like a tapeworm inside? So when Asura eats a human soul, it also eats the soul and then, like, poops it out into him? Or is it a situation where, like, just now he can process, all the stuff like he's, like, as if he's a weapon? I mean, there's a lot of potential, like, fuckery you could do there as well. Like, for instance, theoretically, let's say Maka, like, loses an arm, Soul, like, cuts off his arm, attaches it to Maka. Would that arm still be able to, like, turn to a scythe the way that, like, Soul can turn his arm to a scythe? Or, like, once it's a part of Maka, would it not? This would imply to me that, like, if you have, like, some weapon stuff inside of you, you can also be like a weapon. Hey, Kid-kun, how did Shinigami-sama steal Asura? Father tore off Ashura's skin, made a sealing bag out of it, and shoved him into it. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I mean, yes, he's a monster, but still, holy moly. Whew. This does raise the question, though, like I said at the start of the chapter. If Asura, like how do I put it? If a Kishin is, like, the only kind of being who could, like, find, like, witches who use Soul Protect, Like, does that also mean, like, if you have, like, such a, like, ultra high level of, like, ability to find souls and eat souls and whatnot, could he kill Free and eat him? Also, like, once, like, how do I put it? Once the Kishin is resurrected, I feel like, like, his fears are going to be pretty damn justified. There's a difference between I'm so scared that I'm going to, I'm so scared, but there's, it is an irrational fear. I am the strongest, and I'm so scared. My boss once ripped off all my skin and made a bag and stuffed me in it for like hundreds of years. That's a pretty justified fear. But okay, so yeah, made the bag, shoved him in it, and then father anchors his body and soul to this land to suppress the Kishin. So that's why the big soul is outside. That's why he doesn't leave. That's why he's always here. That's why he's not like jet-setting around the world or anything. If the seal was broken, the Kishin escaped. Would Shinigami-sama be able to go wherever he wants again? No, Shinigami-sama has anchored his soul to the city, so you could say he's become one with the city. If he needed to move, the only way he could do that would be by giving this land feet. But there's no way he could do something like that. Sure he can't. Sure he can't. This is such a funny visual. This is fucking crazy. He could 100% do this. There's no way he couldn't. If the Kishin is resurrected, the effects will be bigger than we can imagine. Because, like, fundamentally, that also means if the Kishin doesn't come back here, Shinigami can't do shit about it. Like, besides sending other people to attack Ashura. And that fundamentally means, it's such a good way to have Shinigami. Like, I was saying all the stuff about, I was saying that, like, it might break the series to have Stein around all this time. This is a really good way to say, by the way, this is why it doesn't break the series for Shinigami to be around for the entire series. Like, it's going to be very rare that a threat is going to be in Death City. Ooh, madness would spread. Cutting to the little imp inside. Soul, you can't suppress it. Hell is right here. Human hearts are fragile. Hurry and come. Madness is waiting. I mean, truly, it's so upsetting. Also because, I don't want to see Soul go crazy, but I also kind of want to see Soul go crazy. Like, it's the dynamic of any series like this where there is a, main character has, an evil demon inside of them, or, a superpowered evil side, or a berserk mode, or whatnot. Simultaneously, of course, narratively, you don't want to see it because bad things are going to happen. You don't want them to go crazy and hurt someone they love. But also, you really want to see it because it's going to be super cool, And I have to imagine there's also an added layer to it of, everyone in Soul Eater does the coolest shit you've seen in your entire life. It's like a core part of the series. What if you could do the coolest shit ever? And so I can definitely see, the problem there as well for the characters of, I would like to do the coolest shit ever. Soul, I think, is, has the ability to be measured about this. Should he, permit the madness to take over? Should he permit the black blood to, fuck him up more? I think, he could deal with it. Whereas, someone like Black Star, I think we're fucked. If Black Star becomes a Kishin, we're giga fucked. There's no way in hell we're gonna survive this. I mean, Black Star and Tsubaki, I think, would be the most terrifying duo as a Kishin. Being a weapon that can turn into any weapon, and being an insanely powerful guy, but an unbelievably strong guy just by himself. For both of them to be combined, because I imagine this would probably be some sort of a, Tsubaki, shoves herself inside of his mouth or something. I feel like that'd be the scariest thing. Whereas, even, Kid and, the sisters, they'd be scary, but, he's already scary. And it'd be crazy for him to be scary, or, it'd be scary for him to be crazy, but he's already crazy. I assume if madness takes him over, he's just going to be more, insane when it comes to the things being even. He might just shoot himself in the head instantaneously. Oh, you can't escape. Just like a needle running along the tracks of a record. Stop playing with me. You expect that to convince me? That needle keeps jumping off the track. Yeah. Oh, sick, 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 sick. Because, yeah, this is inside of him. Even in Soul's heart. Like, even if you're inside of him trying to tell him, become a sicko, it's going to be so cool. He gets it. Like, he is a rebel. Even if, the power you represent is, this crazy power, this power that, like, is rebellion itself, it seems like. It is this, like, breaking the rules sort of, like, madness, like, literal madness. Soul is so cool because truly, I don't think he could be on either side. He's the kind of rebel who, if you make him follow the rules, he wants to press against it. If you make him not follow the rules, he wants to press against that as well. Holy shit. Oh my god. Whew. Oh. Blair, save us. You have to save Death City. No one else here can save Death City. It's all up to Blair. What a fucking insane situation we're in. Jesus Christ. We might be done for. We might be cooked. Sure is noisy today. That must be some celebration. DWMA's anniversary celebration, huh? I wanted to go to, yeah. But they said only DWMA students could come. How mean. I don't have work at the cabaret club either, and I don't have money to go shopping. Oh well, I guess I'll go visit the fish store guy who always gives me freebies, even though it's obvious he's got some ulterior motive. Does he? In which form are you going to the fish store guy? Are you doing it as a hot lady, or are you doing it as a cat? Or are you doing it as both? Because I feel like I know what the ulterior motive is, but it really depends on if he's seen you as a woman or not. Like, the motive is the same regardless, but one of these is way more sus than the other. Oh, Blair-chan. Fish store guy? Oh no, not fish store guy. This fish is for you. He's so obvious. Fish store guy. All right. Oh, and they're all mice. Okay, Blair, it's time to go mouse hunting. Let's fucking do it. Let's kill him for fish store guy. Oh, you stop right there. Sick, 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 sick. So cool, so cool, so cool. Truly, I don't know if I expected Blair to do anything else in the series besides hang around the house. Hang around the house and mess around. To be occasionally, maybe she would be seen at the cabaret club. I'm glad she's getting a fight. If this is the only fight she ever has in the series, like after this point, totally fine with it. Totally fine with it. But if we can get more Blair, I'm glad to get more Blair, no matter what. Okay, the Musanese are reassessing the situation. I finally found someone to give me free meals, and you went and killed him. What are you gonna do about this? Oh, these little squeakers. Oh, bee whiskers. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Like, the beam whiskers also give them this, like, very, like, X-Wing sort of look. Oh, dogfight, 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 but with mice and a cat. Such cocky little mousies. Hell yeah, Blair. Get him, get him, get him. Okay, meanwhile, back to the B plots. Oh my god, I didn't even think about this. Right. Like, yeah, Maka is our censor. And we just brought up the whole, like, yeah, well, if they have Soul Protect on, you can't really do anything about it. Is, like, if, Soul, like, allows some of the Black Blood to take over, he could be the censor. Or the two of them together could be the censor. Like, yeah, like, a censor that can find witches even if they're using Soul Protect. That might be the move. Like, it would be also very, like, Kamen Rider-y, very, like, very, like, like, using the power of evil in order to fight evil. Like, it would also take Sid's thing of, the only thing that could do this would be, like, a Kishin. To take that from something that feels very defeatist, very like, well, there's really no way, like, we're screwed, to something where it's like, well, there is a way, but it requires doing something very dangerous. It requires really, like, walking the line of what is okay. I mean, if it is, like, Soul who has to be the censor, that would also, like, leave Maka in this position where, like, like, Soul is taking over a thing that she is supposed to be able to do. And at the same time, she needs to be there as his restraint, as the person he can fall back on to be like, okay, if I start to really fucking lose it, like, if the Black Blood takes over and I want to eat, like, a normal person's soul, you gotta stop me. Oh, right in front of us, right past the shadows, there's a soul response. Someone's there. There's no doubt about it. This soul is lewd and disgusting. Blair? It's Papa! Worse. So much worse. So much worse. But okay. We got we got the Death Scythe. We got Stein together. Hell yeah. Good work escaping that spell. When it comes to chasing tail, I'm the fastest there is. How are we supposed to react to that? How are we supposed to react to that? But yeah, Stein's got a weapon. Not gonna lie, it would have been actually very cool. Like, since we have been swapping around the weapons and the Meisters, it would be really sick to do a, like, how do I put it? Like a, like, big round of Shinigami using all of our, like, main weapons together. Or, like, you know, using them in turn, or, like, throwing them back to their appropriate Meisters, but also using them temporarily. We could still do that, though. But also, we can see the two of them at their absolute peak. Ooh, okay. Everyone, from this point on, we don't know what will happen. Weapons, please do not return to human form, no matter what. There's a possibility you would be killed in one strike. Holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap. Ooh, and these reactions. Like, definitely not fitting well with Soul. Like, you know, he definitely sees this as, like, a blow to his pride. Tsubaki is the kind of person who, like, you know, would take that to heart and be like, yes, sir, like, you know, 100%, she gets it. And then, yeah, like Patty totally like, oh, yeah, 100%. Liz like, oh fuck, I might die here. They're lying in wait for us. They're not hurrying down to the Kishin. I didn't say all of them were lying in wait. Yeah. Oh, makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, like have some blockades up essentially. Yeah. Ooh, in case someone comes, she's created a wall to try to keep them from breaking through. Hey, do you hear something? What is this? What is this? Woo, what is this? Step, 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 step. I hear it. Sounds like footsteps. Who the hell is this? Most likely, the initial attack will be formed by someone with the power and confidence to not be defeated, even if he or she is outnumbered by the enemy. Someone who has the ability to attack multiple people at once in order to hold back the enemy's charge. Huh. I mean, like, yeah, Medusa, I assume, is going down to the Kishin to resurrect the Kishin. So probably not Medusa. Free? Very doable. I assume Free's probably still, like, up top, though. Like, yeah, like, holding together the cube. Since, you know, if the cube falters, we're cooked. And I imagine that would also be, like, a potential win-con hero of, like, well, if it's Free, let's just beat the crap out of him, make him distracted. Like, I think Medusa understands Free well enough to be like, okay, you're an idiot. Let's give you exactly one job. If I make you multitask, we might be screwed. Krona, I think, probably could do this. We've never, like, seen Krona, like, lose. Like, actually, genuinely. Every single time, it has been a hard... Yeah, Krona and Ragnarok are pretty unbeatable. So, probably Krona and Ragnarok. Ooh... Okay, never mind. It's Medusa. God damn. I knew it, you guys. I've been waiting for you. Oh, strategy? For once, a strategy? I have a good idea of what their moves will be. The first to try and stop us will be Medusa. Then, the Demon Sword will be there to hold back anyone who gets past. It's like a double wall. The other two will probably head towards their targets. The first Kishin. Okay, ooh. The Wolfman that Maka met before will check the black blood without regard for his own life, since he's immortal. Now, this is what we're going to do. So, I'll hold back Medusa. Makes sense. Because also, that's the dynamic I would want to see. I would want to see these two, like, facing off. Like, also, with, you know, like, with Stein as maximum power, having Death Scythe, like, it's a fight I really want to see. But it's also a hard, like, yeah, if anyone can make sure, like, that Medusa doesn't just send a bunch of snakes after them, it's Stein. Okay, Kid-kun, you're the most mobile, so you go after two enemies who are heading for the Kishin. So yeah, so he just has to break past, boom, go straight forward. Black Star, you hold back the Demon Sword so that Kid and Maka can get past it. You can drive your soul wavelength into the enemy, so you should be able to deal a decisive blow to the Demon Sword. Okay, I can see that. Yeah, like, like the hardening blood is a big problem for someone like Maka. Even though I feel like it should, like, theoretically, like, narrative-wise, Maka and Ragnar, or, like, Magma and Krona, Maka and Krona need to fight once more. But the doing the switch up makes a lot of sense here, because I don't think they would die. Maka, get past Medusa and the Demon Sword, then catch up with Kid as fast as you can. Together, the two of you will destroy the Black Blood. That's so cool. So that does also mean, like, we can have a Maka versus Krona fight, actually. Like, it'll be potentially a skirmish, but the idea is, Kid, 100% you get past. Maka, get past, but it's going to be tough. Kid's going to be the vanguard. He's going to engage, the other two down there as quickly as he can. He's going to shoot him in the head. It should be fine. Okay. This feels like a strategy that actually makes sense. Once again, Stein is carrying. Hard carrying. Ooh, and lastly, there's one more thing I want you to all do. Whatever else happens, survive. Got it. God, he's so cool. He's so cool. Oh my god. You're discussing your strategy right in front of the enemy? I can hear every word you say. Huh? You're the nurse at DWA, aren't you? But okay. I mean, this is the initial problem, to be fair. Like, Medusa can simply stop all of them if she's got enough snakes. But she can't she can't be stopping all of them and fighting the ultimate Meister weapon duo, like, at the same time. There's gonna be an opening. Okay. Here it comes. Whew, Vector Arrow ×3. This is only ×3? Oh, so many. But yeah, Krona could probably hold them back. This is a technique that could actually realistically hold back, what are we at, 9 people at this point? Whew. Holy shit. Oh, Liz, if you're scared, then go to sleep. Meanwhile, immediately into the Uncanny Sword. Instantaneously. Okay, Blackstar, don't fuck this up. Don't you dare fuck this up. But also, if he can if he can hold it together, the Uncanny Sword's a shadow control would be the ultimate counter to this. The way that the shadow can move is so similar to the way the Vector Arrows can move. Okay. Oh god, the arrows look so cool. They look so insanely cool. Oh, Kid's so fucking badass as well. Holy crap. You can just squish into the arrows? I guess it's that he's not hitting, the heads of them. I assume if you hit the heads of the arrows, they would, push you back. But if you hit, right alongside them, it's fine. Oh, Death Slide. He's grinding on the Vector Arrows. Oh my god. Holy crap. But okay, made it through. All right, that's 3 past. Meanwhile, come on, Kid, I believe in you. Not Kid, Blackstar, I believe in you. Let's fucking go. Ooh, holy moly, they're cutting through the arrows. Okay, sick. Holy crap. Okay. All right, so this just leaves Maka and Soul then. Also, I love the way, Tsubaki's in the shadow. That's such a sick way to do this. Instead of, Blackstar having to control the shadows while, Tsubaki is in the sword, instead, Tsubaki is in the shadow being controlled. She gets to use it she is the weapon. She has a sort of, snake-like look herself as well. Very cool. Okay. And yeah, he did cancel Uncanny Sword as soon as it was done being useful. Oh my god, he's growing so much. Maka, we've got to make it through too. Shift all vectors to Maka. Whew, she's going to have the toughest time. If I dodge to the side, I'm quick enough to be able to avoid 4 or 5 arrows, but after that, I'm toast. From the start, there's been only one way for you to go. Right through the center. Holy crap. I mean, yeah, high risk, high reward. You do have to go face to face with Medusa. But also, like, Medusa doesn't have black blood, you know? Like, you can go right through her, hop over her shoulder. Or even, if you're feeling spicy about it, you could try and go for her head. I think that'd be a problem. I think that might be that might be dangerous. I think the move is to jump right past her. But, we'll see, because also, if you're going near, her, Maka doesn't know this, but she's stuffed full of snakes. That would be its own problem of like, well, I touched her and now I'm also full of snakes. Full of snakes and black blood. Ooh, that's also where the arrows seem the most intimidating. Hesitate for even a moment and it could be fatal. Like, yeah, it is the ultimate thing as well, right? If you're fast enough, like the arrows that are all trying to hit you will simply not hit you, and once they're not hitting you, either they'll bump into each other, which is a problem, or they'll need to like change directions. Pick up as much speed as you possibly can. God, I love how chunky the shoes are in the series. They look so good. They look so Kingdom Hearts. So you're cutting off your field of vision to eliminate the fear, huh? Holy crap, holy crap, holy crap. Oh my god. Okay. She did get cuts. Whew. Oh my god. Okay, it's a little more than cutting. Oh, never mind. I just imagine the worst case scenario. The fear is making my feet feel heavier. That fear is exactly why I can run with all I've got. The hard rejection. That is the stance of someone who would never actually become a Kishin. Like, it really is the difference between, fear making it impossible to have courage versus fear being the reason why you have courage. Come on, Maka, you got this. Oh no. Oh my god. Oof. Also, this panel looks so good. It looks insanely good. Holy crap, look at that. It feels so cinematic. I think it's like the angle of it. It feels so unbelievably wide. Like, it feels more like a full page spread than an actual full page spread would. God damn. Well, isn't this interesting? Okay. Oh, no, you don't. Your opponent is me. Hell yeah, Stein. Holy crap. And also, Maka's dad was there. Let's give him credit. He was physically in the same area when she got saved, but he didn't help. Oh, Soul Menace right to the chest. Holy crap. But okay. Maka made it past. Holy crap, Stein. Oh, God. Death Scythe is going to lose his fucking mind when he looks back on this and is like, well, Maka's never going to give me credit for this. Even when it came to attacking, it was not an attack using him. It was an attack using just Stein. Maka's going to step away from this going, man, Stein is so cool. He's such a weirdo, but he's so cool. I'm going to have to accept that he's actually a cool guy. Unlike my dad. Whew. But okay. Yep, she's restructuring, she's coping, she's like, you know what? As long as I stop you, this operation will be a success. Like, yeah, fair enough. It would have been the best to keep them all at bay, but also fair enough. I don't think you should underestimate those kids. What have you been observing at DWMA all this time? You're a fool. But okay, next up, a demon sword. Whoop. Kid just flew right by. Easy peasy. Oh no, I let them get past us. I'll get yelled at again. I hate that. Huh? Are you the demon sword? Okay, come on, Blackstar. Just hit Chrono once and then leave. There's no way he's gonna just run past. He's gotta swing at least once. But get your one swing in and then leave. Your opponent is the great me. You seem pretty weak, though. I won't be able to show off with an opponent like you. Also, I immediately forgot. Right. He's supposed to beat him. So never mind. Stay right here and beat him, then. Beat these bitches. Boop. Oh. I mean, yeah, I get it. Looking at this face, the answer is, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is wrong here. This has nothing to do with all of your blood being replaced with black blood that's also a guy. You're just also like this. Krona, what the fuck happened? I don't really care about you anyway. The main point is how I'm gonna kick ass. Oh, wait, Black Star! So fast? But okay. So yeah, Maka's saying directly, let me handle things here. Let's do the switch up. And yeah, everyone is putting in their 2 cents. Like, Tsubaki's going in with the hard, like, we need to stick with the plan. The plan makes sense. Soul himself is going with the move of, like, yeah, you can't hurt the demon sword. Like, this is a bad plan. And then, of course, Black Star as well is just like, stop trying to take over my spotlight. Like, this is like the first time in ages that someone has unambiguously said, you can have the spotlight. Here is the thing you're gonna do. It's gonna be really cool. Go do it. Holy crap. Okay. Maka is dead serious about this. Hey, Missy, don't get carried away or I'll kill ya. What's this look on her face? This is my fight for revenge. But okay. So Black Star's getting it from that perspective. Like, yeah, are you going through your rebellious stage? Oh, he let her have the spotlight. He's not even coping and saying, well, it'd be cooler if I fight the final boss, or I'll get my spotlight somewhere else. He's given it up. He's accepting it. God damn, who is this boy? He's growing so much. But okay. So we are getting the most, plot fight here. If it gets too dangerous, just give me a yell. I always come running to help the little people. God, I love him so much. Jeez, fine, just go on ahead, all right? All right, let's go. Ooh. Okay. Oh, and she's got, energy wings here as well, coming off her soul. Very akin to Ragnarok. Interesting. Oh, I love the way that looks. Like the little wisps, they're kind of like leaves almost. Interesting. Ooh, big roar as well. Very white dragon coated. In contrast to Ragnarok. Alright, a fight to the death at the anniversary celebration part 2. Okay, second time that someone simply ran past. Well, to her, this is a leap, but still. What if you simply went fast? Oh, this is fine by me. I can deal with you better from behind. It's okay, trying to go for the Screech Alpha from behind. Maka, stop it. Maka, you gotta come in for the save here. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Holy crap. Oh, you're in my way. Oh my god. A clothesline right into the blade. I mean, again, Krona's got the black blood, so this can't be an actual slice apart, but holy crap. This is an actual super sick move. Pound him. So instead of focusing on a blade attack, I should use punches to make him defend him with his hardened blood. What I need to do right now is stop him. I'll catch him with a scythe and pound him with a bunch of lefts. Sick. Holy crap. Oh my god. Whew. I love the idea of this being so brutal, of Maka having to punch Krona in the face over and over and over again. Each time it's it's like punching lead. Krona, forget about the kid who ran off. Focus on the girl right in front of you. Huh, I wonder if there's a connection to the fact that Ragnarok's eyes are very clear, they look so similar to the buttons that Maka has on her, what are these called again? Cufflinks? They look so insanely similar. Ragnarok, were you clothing once? Right. How do you get out of this situation? This seems pretty bad. This seems really bad. What's the strat? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that's so sick. That's so sick. That's so sick. Holy crap. Oh. But okay, it did send Krona flying. I mean, again, presumably, that slutty little waist is being, like, held together with black blood. So this couldn't be a slice, but, a double, like, a 2-foot kick right into a Scythe is such a cool concept. We gotta see someone actually die like that at some point in the series. Holy moly. Whew. Maka and Soul are cooking. That was absurd, beating him up like that all of a sudden. I don't know how to deal with such a cunning girl. Kill her. Right. Easy peasy. It's the problem you always have, or like, it's a solution you always have to a problem you also always have. Gotta admit, the first attack worked good. You were looking pretty fired up there when you took on the demon sword. You think we got a chance of winning? I mean, of course we do, right? Right. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. On the parallel right and right. Cool. But one of these is, of course, like, you know, the weapon saying, this is what we have to do. And the other one is the weapon saying, I don't know what we need to do, but, you know, I've got faith in you. Well, not really. Oh, no. Maka! You may be smart, but you're a real idiot. I love it. You're the best. You really are a cool partner. These two are so good together. And yeah, like, they still have a fundamental misunderstanding of, you know, what went on, like, a little bit ago, but at the same time, they're going past it. It's fine. Sometimes you just gotta. Yeah, we'll work something out. We've got to somehow, right? Cut the crap. Things don't just work out. Did you forget already about when you got slashed by Krona? You really piss me off. When I eat your souls, you're such small fries I probably won't even taste anything. That Star Kid from before looks so much tastier. You're nothing but unsexy, useless frickin' brats. I'll torment you. That's all you're good for. Oh? What did you do? You finally acknowledged me. Oh my god. The last time we fought, you just saw me as another meal, right? Now you've acknowledged me as a person. In that sense, I've done it. As for the Meister, you're already so timid. You're always so timid. Face me. Oh my god. I don't understand. You're weak, but you're still going up against me. I'll just slash you again. Why are you even taking this fight so seriously? God, I love it. That look in her eyes. Stop that. When someone looks at me with such determination in their eyes, I can't make eye contact. Yes, I may be weaker than you, but I don't intend to lose. When it comes to the soul, I won't lose. Let's fucking go. God, these two are such forehead monsters. Hell yeah. Krona, who the fuck cuts your hair? Holy crap, I did not realize how bad this was. Sorry, I was looking at their foreheads and I was trying to compare them, and it's like, Maka has she's got bangs that make sense. Krona, my god, who is cutting your bangs? It must be Ragnarok. I feel like Ragnarok just cut one piece off whenever he's mad. I mean, if he did that, Krona would be bald, to be fair. What's the matter? Did I hit a nerve? I am the Scythe Meister Maka. What's your name? The Demon Sword Master Krona. Let's go. Man, Maka's so fired up. It's crazy. Oh, and yeah. Okay. Even Krona's getting into it. Maka. So that's the name of the person in front of me. Okay. One unambiguous voice coming from Krona saying directly, Krona wants Maka dead. Hell yeah. Ooh. Oh, and yeah, like, Maka's got the wings now, but they're so small, and, like, her soul is so small compared to, like, the Krona Ragnarok combination here. Oh, I do love as well, actually. Like, yeah, I think this is the way the souls have always been drawn, but, like, now, thinking about the whole Black Dragon arc, like, this bit does look a bit like a dragon's mouth. Like, if this is the snoot, this is the mouth. as if it's like facing this direction and like, like roaring. Cool, 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 cool. And yeah, I assume this is part of Maka's plan of like, yeah, like, let's get you two fired up. Like, if the two of them are working like as an efficient machine duo, that's, like, that's a problem. Who knows if we can win? But if the two of them are getting discordant, like, Maka just learned this lesson. Maka and Soul were at odds, and they were creating like discord between each other. I assume that's the strat here. Oh, what the? I thought he was ready to fight. Then he goes and slashes his wrist all of a sudden. No, black blood time, black blood time. Oh my god, the slice has the Ragnarok's eye on it. I wonder, like, if you shoot some black blood out, like, could you, like, turn that into a little guy? Could you, like, suck it back in? Is the blood just gone, like, after a certain point? Like, like, if it's away from Krona's body for a given amount of time? Also, like, I doubt Krona would get to this point because, like, like the other Kishin, like, they're clearly, like, powered by fear. But there's also the potential chance of, like, making someone whose ability is, I use my blood to fight. You could simply make them run out of blood. If they get a little too hyped up over using blood. Depends on how we go with it. Because I could also see Krona having a big, like, all right, all my blood return to me technique. Or Ragnarok, rather, having a, like, okay, all of me come back together. Venom style. Whew. Oh, the hardened black blood liquefied again. So yeah, from, like, was a blade, turned into liquid. Ooh, so yeah, so it can just get reused over and over and over again. Sick, 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 sick. Oh, the light as well. Where's this light coming from? Or is it just like the flash of the bloody needle, like, smashing into the ground? Oh, scream resonance. Oh, the sound effect is just pose. I get it. Like, even in a series that has insane poses, this is a wild pose. Okay, yeah, let me hear that peak. Why? Why collect innocent souls and become a Kishin? Because I'm scared. If I get strong, I'll know how to deal with lots of different things. If I don't become a Kishin, Medusa-sama will abandon me. If I don't get strong, this world will be full of scary things. Yeah. Like, I get the, like, truly, I get how simple it would be, if that is also your only choice. For someone else, like, for someone just as a Meister in DWMA, I can understand why they would have the fear of, like, well, like, if I become a Kishin, I'll also be hated by the world. Whereas, like, Krona has the problem of, like, well, I'm already hated by the world. Medusa's the only person here for Krona. So it's a real, like, well, what would you rather do at this point? Become a Kishin because Medusa is saying become a Kishin, or don't become a Kishin and then you are 100% by yourself. Like, even Ragnarok is not a partner as much as he is a bully. Like, yeah, like, Krona does not get reassurance from Ragnarok. Krona's fear is not reduced by Ragnarok being around. Okay, Screech Alpha coming in again. Oh, holding its mouth open using Soul. Sick. Oh my god. Whew. I do appreciate the number of characters in Soul Eater who have, like, push abilities. Like, I do think, like, my favorite thing in most fighting series is push abilities, like abilities that create distance. Because number one, you can use them very tactically, but also number two, it allows the writer to write fights that are, like, that have much more of a ebb and flow to them. Whereas, like, once you start introducing, like, locks and holds and, like, grapples, I like them a lot, but I also have to appreciate it makes it very hard to write, like, change-ups without the change-ups being, I moved into a different grapple. It can get kind of boring. For something like Soul Eater, which is very, like, big and dynamic and flashy and striky, like, everyone's gotta have at least 2 or 3, like, push moves. damn. Okay, I guess, soul, or sorry, like, how do I put it? Death Scythe can't sense, so Stein has to be the one who's sensing, and so he's, he has to also be the one who's saying specifically, oh yeah, that's Maka. Maka's fighting the demon sword, you know how it is. It looks like your darling daughter chose death. My daughter isn't that weak. I mean, if nothing else, he's got faith in Maka. If there's one good thing about this man, he has faith in Maka. Right now, the only Death Scythe at DWMA is me. If I let you resurrect the first Kishin, I'd never be able to show my face to any of the other Death Scythes all over the worlds. Medusa, seeing okay, hold on, before we go into the cringe. Okay, so fundamentally, there are other Death Scythes all over the worlds. The fact that our Death Scythe is the only one here is kind of crazy. Like, Shinigami, what are you doing? You should have a harem. But also, I guess the move might be, like, depending on how many there are, I can see why he would then, well, we also don't know, like, are there other Shinigami? Because I could also see it being a situation where, like, there are other Shinigami with other Death Scythes, but also, like, there's no way that there's only been one Death Scythe to come out of DWMA. Like, that's crazy. So I assume, like, at least some of the others are from here, and then they've, like, moved to other parts of the world to, like, team up with other people to, like, fight on behalf of Shinigami. I could also see it being a situation, well, yeah, because Shinigami can't go anywhere else. So I guess that would make the most sense. Like, if he has multiple weapons, what's the best move? To have, like, 5 of the strongest weapons in existence next to him when he can't go anywhere? Or to have, like, one weapon in Death City, a place that is rarely ever, like, in serious danger, and then to have, like, a bunch of other weapons be around the world as, like, as his agents. Like, I imagine as, like, his, like, 00 agents, essentially, like, in James Bond terms. Like, having, like, like, the beings out there who have a direct line to you, even more so than the other, like, weapons and meisters, who are the absolute strongest. You know for a fact they're super strong. You know for a fact that they are the pinnacle. Like, yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Medusa, seeing you in a white lab coat always made my heart pound. I thought I was the only one who was going to take that coat off for you, but now you've gone and taken it off yourself. I've danced with her, you know. God, these two. You always joke around in front of me. It's annoying. Oh, is that so? Big soul flexes. So yeah, these two are about equal, actually. That's crazy to think about. Because also, like, I think when we were individually fighting Stein, like in, what was it, Chapter 1? No, Chapter 2 at the very least. Chapter 1 was Sid. But, like, the soul was, like, around this big, roughly. Like, the space between these stitches now. So, I imagine, like, with Death Scythe in hand, like, he can balloon his soul to this size. Whereas, like, Medusa can do that without anyone. She doesn't have a weapon. She's not a Meister. This is just her as a witch. She's just that good. That's crazy. Like, the idea that the ultimate, the pinnacle of being a weapon and the pinnacle of being a Meister can equal Medusa is so scary, because Medusa's not the top witch. Like, Maba-sama presumably has a gigantic soul, and, like, is she, like, Shinigami-sized? Holy moly. That look of yours makes me want to dance with you one more time. Sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. Not with your feet like that, anyway. Oh, what? Oh, stitched into the ground. Oh, soul thread sutures. When I hit you with my soul menace attack, some of my soul wavelength was left in your body like a static charge. I manipulated that wavelength like thread to suture your feet to the floor. God damn, that's so cool. That's so cool. Okay, so that wasn't just Stein. Like, Stein can, like, by himself, send his soul wavelength into people, but, like, using, like, Death Scythe, he can also control it to that degree. Cool. I guess that makes a lot of sense. It's a difference between, like, like, throwing water at someone versus using a water gun. Like, you can control how, like, tight the nozzle is. You can control, like, the specificity of it. Because, that also means, like, before we were describing weapons as being just, like, they can amplify, like, the total soul wavelength of the user. which is why I was like, well, like, how do I put it? Like, having, Stein's soul be this big isn't that impressive if it's like, the ultimate soul amplifier can only amplify to this size, like about double the size. But, like, knowing that there's more to that as well, that, he's also, like, messing around inside of Medusa. Like, that's such a crazy idea. A technique that can only be done by the most powerful Meister and weapon, huh? Like, it's also so cool to be seeing, like, the highest echelons of what you can do. Like, presumably we'll see other people to this degree with, like, the other death scythes, but still, to know, like, this is, like, this is the kind of thing you can do as the pinnacle that creates this entire, like, upper ceiling as well, where, like, presumably we're going to see tons of other people in the series that are not nearly this strong, who can still, like, send their soul wavelengths to other people or whatnot, potentially heal people, and, with all those techniques, we have to then keep in mind, well, they can't do what Stein can do, or like, what Stein and Death Scythe together can do. Okay, Soul Menace again. Oh, into the wall. God, so sick, so sick, so sick. Oh, Stein is so cool. He's so insanely cool. Holy crap. Because, yeah, like, Medusa having an ability that is, like, ultimate movement. Like, she creates vector arrows. She creates arrows that, like, like, create directionality. To be fighting someone whose power is, like, among other things, I can stop all directionality. Like, I can hold you in one place. It's such a good, like, the dualism. Holy crap, holy crap. Because also, I mean, even if she's held in place, Medusa still can release her own snakes. I'm sure she could probably still shoot arrows. Can't she just, like, use an arrow to, like, cut the threads? Consecutive Soul Menace. Threefold. Ki, go, shoku. Holy crap. Pounding her. Oh my god. If I didn't know how strong she was, this would feel like overkill. As it is, I don't know if it's enough. Even is this enough? Now the finish. Two-palm Soul Menace. I mean, it does say a lot, to be fair. He is holding Death Scythe. He has not used Death Scythe as a scythe. He is holding him in one hand and using him, like, as a way to control, like, to further improve his own control over, like, his soul wavelength. He's not sending his soul wavelength into, into Death Scythe. He's not doing a slash. He's not trying to do a Witch Hunt slash. I guess he probably couldn't, actually. Like, the Witch Hunt slash is the ultimate technique of a Scythe Master, or a Scythe Meister. And, like, how do I put it? I think that's probably the downside of being a jack of all trades. Presumably, if there's, like, a specific, you can only do this with this kind of weapon if you are a master at it, I assume Stein can't do that. But even so, he was a Scythe Meister temporarily, He was, like, the former partner of Death Scythe, so presumably, he might know the Witch Hunt slash. And, like, if you're gonna do it, this might be the first time we get to really see it against a goddamn witch. But, so my guess is, like, also, it's been so long, so he's probably also rusty with it. I could see why he'd be like, well, I'm much more used to just fighting by myself. But this is also insane. Actually, I didn't even think about it. This is a two-palm Soul Menace. He had to have dropped Death Scythe to do this one. Or, like, yeah, he stabs it into the ground here. I see, that's what that stab is. The direction you're heading toward isn't me. Vector plates. Oh, sick, sick, sick. Oh. Anything on top of that plate gets thrown in the direction the arrow is pointing. Okay, snake comes off of her. Is it gonna just, like, rip off the sutures? Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Snap, 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 snap. Of course, the plates work on me as well. Snake, snake, cobra, cobra. Oh my god, she set up a fucking, like, spinning slash. Holy crap, holy crap. God, she's so cool. She's so cool. I'm only doing this because I'm afraid of close combat with you, Dr. Stein. So at least let me set the stage. Cool, 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 cool. Holy crap. Like, I do love the dualism as well of the two of them being people where, like, they're so brainy, and yet they're very like physical. Not even like weapon users, but people who fight like very physically. But they also have like another medium they can use. Like she can create vector arrows that can also like stab people through. He can use any weapon he happens to have on hand. But it's not their preferred thing. It makes them so cool. Whew. An arrow, not again. Oh, sending him right back in. Now, come back to me. Okay. Oh, he sutured himself. I wonder if he'll be able to dodge this attack like that, though. Oh. But, I mean, she knew for a fact which direction he'd go in. I guess there's nothing you can really do besides lean into it here. Oh, and I think she's too close in, actually. Like, for how he's holding Death Scythe, I don't think he can land a bladed attack. Also, I haven't really said it, but I do think it's really cool that, like, presumably either of these, like, points can have the blade come out of it. So, like, Stein's, like, keeping it unbladed so that, like, so it's not like, the weight isn't the problem. Like, as it is right now, it's basically just a, like a stick. But the moment he needs it to be a blade, he can make it a blade. Oh my god! Vector Storm! Holy crap, Whew. Oh, the hissing coming out of them. Like, I've seen a couple of characters use vector arrows as, like, a fighting style. The fact that these are fucking snakes as well is so cool. I love it. She's so iconic. She is so insanely fucking cool. There are 1,000 snakes in my body. No prey that comes close ever gets away. What was that about being afraid of close combat? You're a short-range witch. Infiltrating DWMA as a nurse. You're full of lies. You think so? But that's not true. When I asked you at the party, will you come with me? Those are my true feelings. I want you. And you have an interest in evolution and advancement too, don't you? And in the world I want as well, right? How about it, Frankenstein? I am asking you this not as a teacher as DWMA, but as a researcher. Vector plates. Okay, I see. Oh, this is yandere as hell. No matter what you do, every road leads back to me. All of the vectors surrounding you point toward me. I always get what I want, no matter what. I never let it get away. She's so cool. May I ask you something? You abducted that demon sword child from somewhere and tried to use him to make a Kishin, right? So then why are you trying to resurrect the first Kishin? You're disappointed in the demon sword because he shows no signs of becoming a Kishin. So you decided to take a big risk by trying to awaken the first Kishin with the black blood. Once you don't need the child anymore, what are you going to do with him? Oh, I see. Your experiment failed. That's the best news this year. Sick. God. I mean, truly cutting from a researcher to say directly, well, what are we supposed to do with that? Your experiment failed. Can't say anything better about it than that. You fucked up. Really, you are such an audacious boy. It may seem like a failure to you, Dr. Stein, but all of my research lies in the black blood. I'm so curious. What else can we learn about the black blood? What the hell is she even doing? Why is she so interested in it as well? Like, also, she does not have it in her, which I assume, like, if she gets a big power-up later in the series, it probably will be the black blood. But I assume, she's a researcher. You don't experiment on yourself unless you have to. So I assume she's waiting until she gets it to, like, its absolute peak. Like, once she knows for a fact that it is, like, safe enough for her to use without killing herself. But yeah, there's still so many mysteries. Because also, like, this does fit a lot with what we said last chapter. The idea that, like, this has been a arms race between, between Shinigami's forces and the witches. The idea that they're constantly trying to one-up one another. And so what is the Black Blood if not, like, the next step in the witches' arms race? Like, like weapons and meisters seem countermade specifically to, like, they have to prey on witches in order to make weapons for Shinigami, but also, like, they are designed to kill witches. They even have an entire class of people, the Scythe meisters meant to design explicitly to kill witches. So, like, why is it not fair to take something that's already like antagonistic towards like everyone, like the Kishin, and to say, well, let's make Kishin for us then. One more thing. There's one thing you are mistaken about. The Demon Sword Child was not abducted. Oh, Krona is my real child. Oh my god. Fucked up. Real fucked up. Real fucked up. Holy shit. Whew. Like, yeah. Real upsetting to know that. Because again, like, not experimenting on yourself is one thing. For a lot of people, if they say I need a test subject, fair enough. I'm not going to take it as like evil cowardice. Ultimately, sometimes you're not the best fit. Sometimes you also, need to be separate from the consequences of the experiment in order to like rationally try and make it better, to try to help the person who's been experimented on. But even then, there's a real problem, no matter what, with experimenting on your flesh and blood, your child, someone you brought into this world. Especially knowing how fucked up Krona is, like, mentally, and knowing now, like, well, Medusa's the reason why, for sure. There's no way, like, everything, every part of why Krona is the way that they are, it has to be Medusa. Medusa's doing this in order to create a Kishin, and that means, like, creating someone who is scared of everything, who is super fucked up all the time, who's already been experimented on, someone who has a bully living inside of them at all times. Creating someone who has to kill tons and tons of innocent people and eat innocent people in some ambiguous hope that maybe they'll finally find love as a result. Or, like familial love at the very least. Not even that, but at the very least just not being abandoned. You'd be better off not standing. God! Who with one bare hand? Maka, this ain't working. Oh, knock it off. I don't know how to deal with it. I love that so much. Like, truly, such a big part of most, like, heroic stories is the idea of, as long as you keep on fighting, eventually the person you're fighting is gonna fold because they don't know how to deal with it. And it's crazy how true that actually is. It happens more often than you'd expect. Very, very, very often you think someone is unbeatable. They are also going, oh, I sure hope I don't have to deal with this any longer. Oh no, I'm on the edge, I'm on the edge, I'm on the edge. I love Krona for being the kind of villain who is saying directly, yes, I'm on the edge, yes, I'm on the edge, yes, I have no idea how to deal with the situation. Blade attacks aren't right for this guy. The more we cut him, the worse off we are. But there's one thing we can do. Soul Resonance, let's go, let's go. Oh, the line is so thin now. I feel like the last time we saw Soul Resonance, it was like a thicker line. Here, it's like, their faces are like one thing. They're so synced up. Not fully synced up, though. They're a little too far apart. And I think that, that is on purpose. Like, their eyes are too far apart. Their mouth, their shared mouth is like too wide. Like their nose is a little too big than it would be if it was just like one of their faces. But I think that makes sense. I assume like we still have further for them to grow before we get the Soul Resonance where they are like basically this one character. Hey, Krona, scream Resonance. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Keep on resonating. Oh, the black blood is activating. So it's begun. Oh, that's so cool. The piggy over here, the gah over here. They are both freaking the fuck out. Oh, this little gremlin in the middle as a clear, like, yep, no matter who's freaking out, he's happy about it. Oh, I wonder if we'll see this guy inside of Krona at some point. Like, we get so much of Krona. I would not be surprised if we get, like, I guess the problem is Krona probably doesn't have nightmares. Like, I assume, like, Soul has the nightmares because he's still fighting against the Black Blood, so it manifests inside of him as a little gremlin guy. Whereas, like, Krona, I think, is, I assume Krona's always having nightmares, so I don't think the little guy has a moment to get in edgewise. Because also, what's he gonna do? Just say, keep on going? If he says that, it might be more reassuring. I think he's gotta just hang out on the side of all the nightmares. He's just around, David Lynch style. Okay, Witch Hunt Slash versus Screech Gamma. What the heck is this hold? Krona, what are you doing? This is a terrible hold. Oh my god. I mean, to be fair, Maka, this is also a terrible hold for this attack. I assume she's going to reposition it. I don't know if Krona's going to reposition the blade this way. I think we're going in for a, like, kunai style, like, holding it with, like, the reverse grip. But yeah, I love how weird and droopy and strange both of them are with, like, the form of these attacks as well. Stein, what's going on? Because, yeah, like, can you feel that? The black blood has begun to stir. Oh! And yeah, the shape of the hull, like, creating the same sort of, like, chomping design as the Screech Gamma. Oh, that's so cool, that's so cool, that's so cool. It feels so creepy. Oh, God, I love how cool this fisheye, like, shot is. Okubo is a god. Whew. You know what? Let's keep going. We can finish off this volume right here. Chapter 18, A Fight to the Death at the Anniversary Celebration, Part 3. Okay. Okay, we've got a clean version. Not much of a difference there, but I'll use the clean version to, like, look at it. They're all looking pretty damn good. Like, Maka's probably the best dressed. I really like that braid, actually. That's pretty sick. Are they at, like... Oh, I assume this is, like, Death Haven or something. Because, yeah, they each have those, like, little things that you have when you, like, go to a resort or something. So I assume they're here for, like, the day. Artistically, I really like the kid has his, like how do you put it? They've all got theirs on the same side, but, like, it contrasts really nicely with his hair being, like, the one thing that's, like, that is, like asymmetrical about him. But also, I feel like if this was a chapter, he would definitely be screaming to get a second band on his other side. Also, how does a place like this work for... Well, I guess, yeah, like, how do I put it? Soul is here, and Soul has a band. So I assume if, like, Tsubaki's here, she probably also has a band. And if she turns into a weapon, I assume the band's, like, still on her. Or if it falls off, I guess the move is just, you gotta, have someone hold on to it. But yeah, very cool. Very beachy, very warm. Love it. Images flow by like a sheet of rain. Place, sound, and time pass over me in an instant. Looking forward and taking it all in, I move forward. Noise. Without even noticing the loud static getting closer. So, okay, I assume this is, like, from the perspective of... I don't think it's from the perspective of the imp in here. Like, you can see him, obviously, in the noise. But I assume it's from the perspective of, like, Soul, rather. Like, like, he is experiencing, like, the madness taking over. He's experiencing, like, his mind getting a little disassociated. The noise is, like, like, there. Like, how do I put it? It feels like it is talking about, essentially, the feeling of, like, losing your mind and not realizing until afterwards, like, oh, I was losing my mind at that point. Big relates. You never notice the loud static getting closer. Or you sometimes don't. To be fair, that's a lie. Sometimes you do. Holy shit, this angle is so cool. Holy crap. Sick. Krona, what the hell is this pose? I guess you've got soul wings, so it's probably okay. This can't be good for your bones. Oh. But okay. The slash gets blocked by, like, the Screech Gamma caught it in its mouth, but Maka's changing, like, the grips on the blade. What are we doing here? Number 6 Hunt Slash. I see. So yeah, instead of like, like a slash, she's like, like, like she's twisting it around. She's doing like, she's kind of going into like almost a Sonic spin dash here. I guess, to be fair, that's also to like, instead of trying to put all the force into cutting Krona, which is not going to happen, instead she's using this to like retrieve the rest of the slash. Okay, right into a letter U Hunt Slash, Maka. Maka, is this really useful? I guess it is. To be fair, she's like generating it, like in the same way that, like when she readies up the Winch Hunt Slash here, like it is essentially like an extension of the blade. Like the slash is the blade, like it is the cutting implement. It's a little bit like if you're like in any other like a shonen series, if you had a sword and you did like a sword slash, but then instead of like having it leave the blade, you kind of just like had it hold on to the tip to make your blade longer. It has that kind of feeling here of like she's making the slash happen to like extend the sides of it outward, like to hit Krona here, and also like as a like the consequence of it like expanding and changing, it's also like coming out here a little bit. Like it is not that she is slashing, it is that the attack is a slash. It's such a funny distinction. I love it. Like it truly is so cartoony. Oh, the mouth of it's like rippling open here. Because you don't really see the mouth of it here or here. You saw, like, we did see it like when she was readying it up, but then here you can see a bit of the mouth, like it's trying to eat. God damn. Okay, I assume she's trying to do the like the capture move she did against Krona last time as well, like right around the back, get him back into punching distance. But that also gets her into Screech Gammaing distance, which I think is a problem. Either way, Krona's blocking it. What? That's it? Really? Hapyan! Whew. But yeah, so in the same way that the Black Blood is also like, like making it impossible to like truly cut deeply into Krona. At the same time, like Ragnarok is supporting Krona's muscle strength in combination with his movements. It is like, like what if, you had your muscles, which were moving your limbs, but you also had all of your blood acting as more muscle. It can't be good for you, but still. Holy moly. Now it's my turn. Screech Gamma! Oh my god! Yeah, jeez, no, yeah, oh, no. Oh my god, Krona, you are having a bad day. Holy shit. Oh my god. I guess the Gamma, to be fair, I don't remember if we've seen the Screech Gamma specifically before, but like this time, it seems like the Gamma component is, like Alpha, Beta, Gamma. Like, it is the third one, and so it's like, it is a single slash that splits into 3 slashes that are all trying to bite. No, never mind. There's a 4th one down here. This also might be like the leg of like a 5th one. No, I think this is just part of the 3rd one. But yeah, there's definitely 4, so never mind. Oh wait, was Gamma 4? Is Delta 3? Doesn't matter. Not important right now. Oh, Maka, don't feel bad about it. Listen, this is what Soul is supposed to do. He's supposed to be taking the damage. Little imp is smirking. Shut up. You just stay back. If this keeps up, Soul will get hurt again. Maka, don't get any silly thoughts in your head. Just keep guarding like that. This is genuinely, I love how the strangeness of this dynamic is such a core part of the series. That it feels really weird to be using someone as a weapon like this, and the only way to really get over it is to either have like a gigantic ego like Blackstar or like Kid, or to just be so damn good that it's not going to be a problem, which I think is how Maka's going to have to get over it. Like, she could also, like, gain more of an ego, like, but I think that would come in part with her genuinely being really, really, really good. Soul, you're saying some pretty silly things yourself. Just give up and surrender yourself to me. I'll make you stronger. Whew, I mean, this is rough. And like, it is fundamentally something where it's like, yeah, like Mach and Soul together can equal Krona, who is always using the black blood. So I can see the temptation as well of like, well, we don't need to go all the way, but if we start using the black blood, like, we can win here. We can 100% win here. There's no way we can't. I was almost there. I felt I'm not going to lose to the demon sword. I almost got a hold of Krona's wavelength, but can't go on like this. Meanwhile, okay, back to the A-plots. Blair-chan, fight nya! I'm right with you, fight nya! I shall get revenge on you for messing with my meal tickets. Let's go, Blair. Listen, you were the first person, like, I guess the second. The first person we saw, like, like Mach and Soul fight was a chump. You were the first serious fight they had. You can do this. You got this. Pumpkin. Whoop. Oh, no, that's a Sonic Spin Dash. Oh my god. That's a real-ass Sonic Spin Dash. Yaha! Oh, smashing Pumpkin right onto her. Hell yeah. Oh my god, you got 3 Mizunes with that. Holy moly. 48 hits. 48 hits. They are donezo. Holy crap. And I am really glad, like, I assume, like, we're going to shift into a point where Blair's going to fight, like, in, like, full, like, Blair-chan form. But the idea we're getting this much Blair fighting in cat form is honestly so cool. This is more than I could have asked for. What's up with that? Kunya! God, she's so slender. Like, truly, something I love about cats, but something that I just like in general are, like, characters who are, like, super flat, because it means you can do crazy stuff like that. I mean, that's also why, to be fair, like, Maka's a great main character as well. Like, she is, like, flatter than, like, Black Star. And so she also has, like, she can bend in really fun, interesting ways. We're not seeing a ton of that as of late because, like, more of the, like, the bendiness is, like, based around Soul. But, it's still cool. It's still something I am thinking about a lot. And Blair is similar in that, like, she's got this tiny cartoony form that she can use to fight that looks so insanely cool. But also, she's got her bigger form as well. Ah, sick. Oh, right in the, I guess just tummy. Oh my god. That's an insane kick. This is how it feels like when I get kicked by Miles. As a woman, I have to make sure my body is nice and flexible. Blair-chan, twisting and wriggling. Okay, so you're into her in either form. You know what? Hell yeah, I get ya. To think even 5 of them couldn't touch me. How pathetic. But okay, this doesn't look like a defeated look. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Supposed to sound like a swing beat with a hi-hat cymbal. Okubo, I'm glad you spelled it out. There's no way I was getting that. Now, to be fair, this is probably a fight I would love to see in the anime. Okay. What? What? Oh, gatai! Okay, they're merging. They're making one full Mizune. Ooh, okay. Oh my god, that's actually such a funny idea. Oh, and yeah, like, having, like, essentially an outfit made out of the other Mizune's outfits. This upper part is crazy. Oh, having the whiskers on the navel as well. Getting just the tiniest bit of the cum gutters. Is that what those are? I don't know how to use that word. Don't get full of yourself, little kitten. They say a cornered rat will bite the cat, Oh no. We're losing the fish guy. He's gonna become the rat guy. Oh. Are those funeral shoes? Blair, did you always have these? Oh my god. I see Blair's outfit is also unstrapped. To be fair, I guess she probably spawned in with them unstrapped like this to try and win over the fish guy again. God, she's so cool. Who do you think you are, provoking me my own territory? Even the fish is horny. Even the fish. It's no use. I just can't take it anymore. Oh, she's got like paw shoes. Oh my god. They're so close to each other. They're so close. I see, I see. Big squish. I'll chew you up, shorty. Those are big words coming from a 5-layer cake. Like, yeah, it isn't impressive to be like, oh yeah, I'm really tall. When it's like, you're 5 women in a trench coat. You're supposed to be 6 women in a trench coat as well. Like, I guess that's also an interesting thing of like, we don't know what the true final form Mizune would have looked like because one of them's dead. Taller, I imagine. What a vulgar body. Crazy, 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 crazy. Oh my god, Blair, you gotta buy shorts that fit you. I don't get it. To be fair, she had money to buy more shorts. She spent it all on panties. Oh my god, Blair. Look who's talking. Oh, you can see everything from underneath. God damn, she got groped and she followed up with an absolute power move. Blair, are her shorts getting smaller? Blair, you gotta stop putting your clothing in the dryer. I mean, these stockings as well, they are tight. Look at that squeeze. Dear God. Aren't you dead yet? Oh my god. Fish guy's having the time of his life. Oh god, Soul Eater is insane. Oh, the way on this page, the way her hat like connects almost into the sound effect is so cool as well. Truly, if I tried to break down the direction of every single panel, we would be here for days. God, Okubo is so fucking good at this. Meanwhile... Are you scared? This is just like back then. I still don't know how to deal with it. Just like that... Okay, just like that little bunny back then. I thought Krona was talking about, like, the first time they had a fight. But okay. Go on. Kill it, Krona. Oh... Oof. Oh, tiny little Ragnarok too. Tiny. I guess that's the power of having, like a weapon who also is like your blood. I guess Ragnarok has like literally scaled with Krona. I mean, literally being all of Krona's blood. That's so fucked up though. I didn't even think about that. Right. If you've been a Meister since you were this age, since you were tiny, like how old is this? Like 2, 3? So small. Oh, I can't. I don't know how to deal with it. If you aren't going to listen to me, then get out of my face. You will be punished. You're going to be locked in this room for a few days. No, it's really dark and I can't see anything. And if you leave the two of us alone in here... Oh... And yeah, like, number 1, having your mom abandon you in a room. Already terrifying. Already, like, truly traumatic. Truly something that will fuck you up for your entire life. I can understand. Number 2, like, the feeling of a loneliness, the feeling of being in the dark, the feeling of being scared of everything normally and now being scared of this. On top of that, having your bully be inside you. Damn it, Krona. Because you didn't do what you were told. I got locked in here too. Hot. My nose is hot. It's so dark I can't see. I'm pretty sure my nose is bleeding. God. Getting your ass beat by someone who's inside of you all the time is rough. I mean, again, relates, to be fair. That's what we call depression. Come on out. It was horrible. Ragnarok beat me up. It hurts. Stop it. Make him stop. Having the Ragnarok situation be a part of you since you were like 2 years old is fucking insane. But okay, back into the bunny mines. Kill the little bunny. Oh my god. Oh my god. Vector plated right back in. Holy shit. The loneliness and beatings will continue until you kill the bunny. How could I ever truly blame Krona for being the way they are after this? Jesus Christ. How many times does this make? It's unproductive. How many times do we have to go through this before you're satisfied? Oh, this is actually really rough to read. Whew. Because, yeah, I mean, it does say a lot about, Krona's innate sense of self as well. Krona fundamentally was the kind of person who would not kill the bunny. So many people would do it after one time of being locked away. How many times would it take for me to break? I don't know. I truly don't know. I mean, I'm a coward. Maybe 3 times. But I feel like, at least twice I feel like I'd be able to hold out. Whereas Krona, it feels like we're definitely saying it's been multiple times. Enough times that, Medusa has lost count. That says so much about the innate, dare I say, goodness of Krona. Being someone who cannot argue, fundamentally, they're being told, what is good? Good is killing this bunny. Being correct is killing this bunny. You need to kill the bunny. And yet, still having something inside of you saying no, and also following that something inside of you. Even now, Krona's not someone who is the Joker. Krona is someone who doesn't really know what to do, and then Ragnarok says, we're doing this. Or even, Ragnarok is the one who yells, and then Krona responds. Even that, I think, is fundamentally saying, Krona's not someone who can easily become the Joker. Krona is someone who, is right on the edge, but someone who fundamentally does not want to do bad things. Someone who is always conflicted, even now, and needs to be pushed further and further in. Also, I was dunking on Krona's hair before. Now it's really hitting me. I mean, it's probably Ragnarok, but also Medusa might be cutting this hair with using vector arrows. I don't know. I feel like if Medusa feels like the kind of person right now where, if she tried to cut Krona's hair, I think she would, just by her own nature, make it look pretty okay. Even if she doesn't care that much, I think it would be, a sense of satisfaction to be okay, fine, I'll make it even. Or I'll give you bad bangs, but I'll make them even bad bangs at the very least. This is the kind of terrible dude that can only come from a bully. Whew. Look, my blood is black. And again, classic vocal stim. Oh, I didn't even think about it now. That actually makes so much sense. Being a hard, a thing to say to your mom. One of the only things Medusa likes about Krona is Krona having the black blood. And so I can see that being a coping response of, look, my blood is black, as a way to say, not necessarily, I'll do what you want, or, but just to say, I am the black blood you love so much. Oh, God, this panel is so storybook. The big wide eyes, the big, oversized grin, the framing of it. Whew. And Medusa truly gives 0 fucks. There's no sense of accomplishment here. It's just a, all right. Come, Krona. We will be having bunny for dinner tonight. Bye-bye, little bunny. Okay, same framing. Same framing. Oh, God. Maka with the head of the bunny is crazy. I guess it also actually does. That implies that every time Krona said the weirdest thing you've seen in your entire life, like when I think like the first time we saw them like in the church, for instance, or like the first like Maka Krona fights in the church, like when Krona had like 3 different lines like back to back to back that were like non sequiturs. Now I'm realizing they were probably all different flashbacks, like coming one after another, like with "Look, my blood is black" being a flashback to this moment. But again, it says so much for Krona that even in this situation, they're like disassociating. They're doing the hard, like, I don't want to be in this situation. I don't want to hurt Maka. I am going to do it, but again, I think there's also a layer of empathy there. Like fear can destroy your empathy. Fear can also create empathy. Krona was looking at this bunny and going, "I understand you. You're scared. I'm scared. How could I possibly hurt you? I don't know how to deal with it." Whereas now the answer is, put on a smile. Don't think about it. Kill. And even here, it is not even like, that's a thing I've learned. Now it's just, let me put myself into the same mindset I was in the last time I did exactly this. She's done for if you don't do something. God, don't call his fucking name. Leave it to me. Throw a reason out the window and I'll make you stronger. I'll take the power, but I will not abandon my reason. What? You can't win against a Demon Sword's madness like that. Just leave it to me. Okay. Again, I love Soul so much. He is the ultimate rebel. He is the hard, if you want me to go nuts, I won't go nuts. If you want me to be super cool, I'm not, if you want me to be super lawful, I will not be super lawful. If you want me to be chaotic, I won't be chaotic. I understand fear, so I fight against it. I understand the rules, so I obey them. That itself is great power. I'm not the only one involved in this either. If you resonate anymore, it'll affect Maka too. But okay, fair enough. It isn't quite rebellion. It is more of, understanding. It is more of like, he is a little more paladin-like than I was expecting, actually. Don't mess with me, you stinking brat. You can't just wrap it up in a neat little package like that. Hey, where'd your reckless teen spirit go? I'm only asking you to go wild for once, eh? What's the point of living if you can't go crazy? Shut up. You're nothing but a little piece of shit. Stop talking so much. Shit can't talk, right? Be quiet and lead me. Whether I go with you or not is my decision. I love it. I love they're actually having a negotiation about this. It's just a direct, listen, let's talk about this. How am I supposed to lead you? How about pointing your finger or something? Okay, let's take a minute to cool down here. Both you and I want to move forward. I can't believe you got the crazy evil gremlin to start negotiating. Oh, on that note, there's someone I want to welcome here to the Black Room. Of course. Yeah, Soul, you said it yourself. Let's decide this democratically so that we'll all be satisfied. Maka, get in here. What are you doing in the Black Room? Isn't this supposed to be going on in my mind or something? But it is. Isn't it obvious? Since your souls are resonating right now, your hearts are connected too. But okay, yeah, it's the real her. It's actually her. Oh, Maka Chop. Exactly. The little ogre couldn't possibly replicate the Maka Chop. Now, I'll put on some music to calm everyone down. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, they're both going in for the dance this time. Let's see. Why'd you come to a place like this? Did you hear the ogre's voice too? But okay. They're finally communicating about this. They're finally communicating. I definitely did enter you too, but I got wiped out of you right away. Don't know why though. Again, crazy. It is actually really cool that, he's not being misleading about it. That is actually objectively all true. Why can Maka resist the black blood? It can't just be a strength thing. Oh, that's so cool. Like, yeah, their soul wavelengths are lined up. So, like, they are talking to each other, but also they don't need to talk to each other. Yeah. You want to use the black blood to get the same madness as Krona? I thought about it when I hit him with the Witch Hunt Slash. If I can get the same level of power as the Demon Sword, I might be able to grasp something. I think I'll be able to feel Krona's soul wavelength. But yeah, I mean, what else do we have? And if Maka is the one to gain the black blood, that also, like, it makes her, it can allow her to be the censor again. Like, she'll go from being, just the party censor in general to being the ultimate censor. Like, the person who is, like, like, on the path to becoming a Kishin, but also the kind of person who can, like, detect witches even if they're using Soul Protect. Really, really useful power for someone who has a Scythe, whose whole thing is, I have a Scythe ability that lets me kill witches. Ooh, it's very tempting. It's very tempting, but that's what the ogre wants as well. Oh, what do you do? What do you do? I'm sorry. This is my conviction. But yeah, she's not backing down on this one. She wants to do it. You can feel her soul. You can feel her mind. You know you're not convincing her to not do this. Okay, fine. We'll do what you want. No matter how far you get blown away as your weapon, I promise I'll bring you back. Big crunch. Oops. You lead, okay? But you know what? Fair. That's actually such a good, dynamic here. Like, she was going to lead, but she can tell, like, they can both tell, okay, you're gonna hurt us if you lead. So actually, Soul, you better lead this one. Oh, that fucking sneer. Bye-bye, little bunny. Oh boy, how are you gonna block this? How are you gonna block it? Oh, with the arm. Oh my god. Using Krona's own move against them. Oh, sick, 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 sick. Oh, blade into the ground, standing on it. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Whew. Cool, 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 cool. So yeah, like, oh, that's actually so sick. Like, Soul looks completely normal, actually. Like, maybe a little weirder. But, like, Maka's the one who looks like a goddamn cartoon. She went full Animaniacs. Oh. It's so cool also having, like, yeah, like, the tailcoat, or her coattail, rather, being the thing that, like, turns into, like, a cape. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Like, I've seen scarves, I've seen, like, capes, obviously. I've seen even, like, sleeves be used for this kind of thing. But, like, that's so nuts. Woo! Look at him fly! Okay. Come on, Soul. Hold her down, hold her down. Meanwhile, okay. It's Foot Girl, she's back! What a haphazard way of arranging them. It disgusts me. I mean, kid, you gotta understand. I mean, I guess he does understand that's the point. It's still a bother. I think it would be more effective, actually, if you did make them symmetrical. If you made them symmetrical, I think Kid would run into each one of them. Okay, these two aren't even at the Kishin yet. I mean, I guess, to be fair, they haven't had a ton of time, and I assume it takes a while to get there, even if you're running. Oh, that smell. Okay, we're almost there. The Kishin is very close. Ooh. Oh, and okay, so we've got the eyes of Asura. Hideousness, beauty, Kishin, and then Asura right in the middle. Oh, that's so sick. That's so sick. Oh, that's so sick. Oh, it's like made out of smeared blood as well. Like, did Asura do this? Or is this, like, a part of sealing him away? Like, did Shinigami have to, like, do something this gross and grotesque? I feel like this has to be Asura doing it, but I can't imagine, like, how? Oh my god, that's where we end the volume. Maka's going insane. Krona has to now deal with the fact that Maka's going nuts. And, fools, I'm the one who's leading. It's all for the little fucking gremlin. Like, I do think genuinely, I feel like the ogre is probably going to, like, I don't think we're going to treat him as a big deal, like, here or in the next volume or the volume after that. I feel like we've got a fair amount of time before we bring up, like, before anyone says, by the way, there's, like, a little ogre inside of us. I love, because I imagine it probably is like the consciousness of the black blood in general. I don't think it's like a specific like Kishin thing. I assume it is a black blood specific like entity, yeah? Or like it is the like the spirit of the black blood or something like that. I think that would be really cool if it's like one individual thing that can also like presumably if they're gonna put the black blood in Asura, to have something that connects Asura, like Krona and Maka all together. You know, like it is pretty tough when you're writing a series to have your main character be the main character. Like, you know, the unambiguous, this is why this person's super important, even if other people are stronger, even if they're smarter, even if they're like, you know, they're more important within like, you know, the world of the series or like the hierarchy or whatnot. It's like, why is our main character the main character? I think giving Maka a direct connection, like having her plugged into the Black Blood like network, presumably, would be a really cool way of doing that. Like, because also, would that mean that she could also sense people who have black blood? That would be a step above even being a Kishin who can, like, sense, like, witches who are protecting themselves. There's a lot we can do here. Like, Maka already had a very, like, you know, protagonisty goal, but this could be a thing that really, really spikes her up into being, like, you know, the absolute most important person. Okay, that's Soul Eater. We got a preview. I won't look at that. And next, this is Atsushi-ya, a gathering place for people who have lost their interest in reading this manga again. Now, when you say this manga, I see. I see. We have 5 volumes of Soul Eater here. So I assume when you say this manga, you mean Soul Eater. I assume what Okubo-sensei is saying is, did you not like this volume of Soul Eater? Are you not interested in Soul Eater anymore? Don't worry, we have Atsushi-ya on the back. A phrase that should be a war crime. Volume 5, huh? The series I worked on before, Biichi, ended to 4 volumes, so this is a new record for me. Damn. Very, very, very excited for that, actually. Or, like, yeah, excited to know that. Like, you know, Soul Eater is that long, and then I don't know how long Fire Force is. Is Fire Force longer than Soul Eater? If you're reading this in a place where you can leave comments, do let me know. Like, yeah, no like specifics on how long either of them are, but just like, is Soul Eater longer than Fire Force or vice versa? Because I'm always curious about that kind of thing. Like, right now I'm reading The Elusive Samurai in my Jump chapters, or like Jump reactions, which is done by, you know, someone who I've read 2 other series from. And it hit chapter 200, where we had a like big like celebration page that was essentially like the main character of The Elusive Samurai with the 2 main characters of the other 2 series that this person created. You know, like with like our main character like walking up some stairs, going up to like, you know, like stair 202, because Nero, his first series, like ended at chapter 202 as a very clear like, I'm gonna pass you, I'm getting real close. Like, the more you go on as mangaka, I imagine, like, the easier it is to make a longer series, because number one, it's not going to be canceled right off the bat, and also, you know, once you've made a long series, you have more of an idea of what to do for your next long series. But at the same time, I can also see why you'd be like, well, I made one really long one, I don't want to do a second one. You know, like, when Eiichiro Oda ends One Piece, I don't know if he's going to be like, all right, new manga coming out, going to be super long. He might make a new manga. You know, I could see it happening, but it surely would not be as long as One Piece. That's a clear, like, okay, listen, I'm done. I'm done with things that long. Soul Eater started with just 10 minutes of planning, a 5-minute meeting with my editor, and a lot of momentum. And the first stories were just one-shots, so I never would have guessed it would make it this far. That's actually so cool to think of. And actually, even right up to this 5th volume, I've been randomly experimenting with it, like changing little touches in the artwork in each story. That's so cool, that's so cool. Because, yeah, I can see that. Like, the way Volume 1 is, the fact that it's 3 one-shots and then Chapter 1, is so insanely weird. It's so cool. It is a hard, like... like it's such a strange way to start a thing that's going to go for a long time. And the series itself, I think, is like really well built, but in a way where like it's not perfect. It doesn't give me a sense of like this is a great way to start a series. It is a good way to start a series, but it's no like. There's plenty of other series I've read that have given me that feeling of like, okay, we have done the ultimate like starting arc, and now we're going into the ultimate first arc. Soul Eater is not that in a positive sense. You can feel the innovation. You can feel like the jazz of it. On the other hand, this bonus manga hasn't changed at all the whole time, so I think I'll do a little experimenting here too. Okay. Actually, the experiment has already begun. I've been drawing this, but I was doing a rough draft first, just making it up as I go along. This page has only one cell left. I have to find a way to wrap things up in one more page. This can't be good. How about we play some soccer? Okay, so we've moved on to a plot. Okay, I have to dig up a good punchline from this situation. I'm a full-fledged mangaka. I'll show you what I'm made of. You better. The ball's coming your way, sir. Oh, okay, there. Yay. They're just having a good time. Listen, I don't care if you're having a good time. This is bad. They're having such a good time. This might be the first Atsushi-ya where everyone's just having a good time the whole time. They're so wrapped up in their game, they've forgotten all about the manga. Aw, they're such kids, you say. If you're the type of kind woman who can simply forgive them like that, then you're just the person we're looking for. I mean, please stop by again. I'm sorry, I am not the kind of woman you're looking for. Not in the slightest. What the fuck was this shit? That's it! You had 2 extra pages in this volume, and you spent them on this? I mean, to be fair, I actually do think this might have been the best Atsushi-ya. Like, let's break it down. Number 1, we had some actual behind-the-scenes stuff. That's actually so cool. I do love knowing that. Like, yeah, Soul Eater started with 10 minutes of planning and a 5-minute meeting with his editor and a lot of momentum. That's so cool. Like, yeah, it wasn't a hard, let me sit down and do a long draft about the entire series. It was a okay, here's the general pitch. Here's my idea. Here's some stuff I want to do. Here's the vibe you should expect from this. That's so cool. But yeah, that's cool. Just going with it, I think, is also, a lot of the jokes in Atsushi-ya aren't good. And so I do feel just kind of going with it did give it the, looser feeling that I do really like. But I do think, at the same time, even if something works, that doesn't mean it's good. And the second page, bad. Second page, terrible. Bring back Larry and Joggy. What the fuck are you doing? Okay, so on page 22, the cheers. Okay, so he was saying kanpai, but the third time he says nanmai, which sounds roughly similar to kanpai, but has a totally different meaning. How many? Okay. Although the name is Independent Cube in English, the Chinese characters given mean area of non-interference. Referring to kanji as Chinese characters is correct, but it's also really funny. It is objectively correct. That's what kanji means. It's just really funny to say it like that. Huh, is this the first time we've actually had a, you gotta read the furigana to understand what this means thing? Because, yeah, it would be independent cube is written out in the furigana, but then the kanji would be area of non-interference. Asura is also a term for a low-ranking deity in Buddhism and Hinduism. These deities are typically portrayed as belligerents, looking for any excuse to get into a fight. Yeah, I mean, that is very fair. I do think that does create an interesting contrast. The Asura, how do I put it? In, Hinduism, the big thing with the Asura is that, yeah, they are, they are deities. They are war gods. They are fighters. They are people who essentially think they've gone to heaven. They are above humanity. But at the same time, all of the 6 hells, humanity being one of them, each one of them is a fundamental, you can live a happy life in this realm, but it is ultimately worse than not existing. You want to get to, you want to, escape the wheel of samsara, you want to be annihilated. That's the end goal. Like any amount of existence is ultimately more suffering than non-existence. And so the problem with the Asura is always being in battle, always being in danger, always like whether you are like scared and therefore like running from fights, or like scared trying to like bulk yourself up, trying to be a big man and being a big bully, or whether you are on top and then you're like, well, I don't want to cease to exist. I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. I'm doing awesome. Like all of those are ultimately illusions that are like keeping you trapped. And I think that does fit a lot with Asura in the series as, as Shinigami, told his story. The idea that, this is someone who was constantly in battle, who was essentially their god of battle, but who also was, trapped within battle. Someone who was so scared of not, being in battle that, he ended up eating souls that were not souls of evil people, that he did go insane, that he did, give in to madness. Like, it is such an interesting, remix of the concept to have it be an Asura who is, powered exclusively by fear. Gi, Go, and Shoku, yes, are how the Japanese referred to the three kingdoms of ancient China. Wei, Wu, and Shu. Also, when Stein says threefold, he uses the word Sangoku, which is a homonym for the Japanese word for three countries/kingdoms. Like the Sengoku Jidai. Or no, Sengoku is Warring States. Sangoku is, okay, I got it. I know the three kingdoms. I've heard people talk about the three kingdoms. Interesting pull for Stein, though. Kaite Kita means return in Japanese, and is reference to Kaite Kita Ultraman, the return of Ultraman, a short live-action film made by Daikon Films. Oh, really? Yeah. Cool. Okay, that is Soul Eater Volume 5. We've got our graffiti on the back, as always. Oh, revenge! The bunny's back for revenge! Love it. Oh, this art of, this Ashura-esque thing is so cool. Oh my god! Sorry, I was staring at the cat Blair, the cat gang over here, but the dark what is his name again? Little gremlin guy, so cool. The ogre. Oh, love it. That is Soul Eater, Volume 5. All right, I don't know if this video is going to roll right into Volume 6 or not, if I'm going to do it arc style, but I'll stop here for now at the very least. See you for the next one. Bye for now. Yeah.